Hi, I'm Ian, the Dragonborn Bard, and I'm the Games Master for the Starfinder campaign on the Dragonborn Industries podcast. Well, fuck off, everybody, and welcome back to episode 41 of Starfinder.
We're
here on the Dragonborn Industries channels. Hey, poddies, how you doing? Hope everyone's doing well. I'm, of course, joined by my lovely friends. We're down at James, who has gone to his ancestral home of Portugal or Spain. I'm not quite sure which one it is.
Switzerland, isn't it?
Switzerland?
Yeah.
I thought it was Bulgaria.
It could be any of them. But we're down Ida Katori tonight, so obviously I'll play Ida. I'll try not to get him killed. And say I'll try not to get him killed. I'm going to have other people rolling the dice, because we're joined.
Someone say Gregor Cow.
I think you're too strong for a Gregor Cow now.
Oh!
So do you remember...
No, I'm not.
So obviously we fought one in like 1E, and we spoke about that before.
Yeah, we did
1E,
the Dead Sons Book 1.
Yeah, exactly.
Spoilers.
But actually, what I was going to do with, yo, jeez, I was going to make them, because Gregor Cows have telepathy, I was going to make them like a baby Gregor Cow and have you like take it on the ship and stuff.
No, it's because there were katas on here. I was just like, is something gonna fade through the walls?
Yeah, it was, yeah, really. We'll talk about the incantation, because we are actually joined by guests in the studio today, which nobody can see, but we're joined by Dave and Steve from the Band of Badgers. Feel free to jump in front of a camera and wave and say hi. I know you can't get enough attention, Steve.
I'm letting him out of the box.
That's it.
Have you noticed how talkative he is?
Yeah, I know. Fucking can't shut him up, Jesus. Shh. See, they're just making noise again. Right, anyway, that's enough of them. I suppose we're going to jump straight into announcements, or do you guys want to do like a little bit about your characters and who you are first? Which one do you want to do?
Oh, we could do some banner.
Do you want to do some bands? Tamsin, engage bands.
Engage bands. Oh, Jesus Christ, I don't know. What's everyone got on their cups today?
Okay, straight to merch.
Straight to merch.
You can get merch like these Stanley Cups from DragonbornIndustry.com. I've gone cold.
Oh, I didn't think
Can you guess what's in my cold drink? Oh, wow! I only drink that warm.
Nice and refrigerated, high protein.
Cumsicles, like little cubes. Fuck, we're off to a start. Here we go.
See, I've been you from last week for being like this.
Real milk.
Fuck
Straight
me.
from the teeth.
Oh,
From the teeth.
it's that gif earlier.
Well, a load of in-jokes that nobody's going to get.
So sorry.
No, that threw me, and I wasn't ready for it, but you can get merch like these Stanley Cups, which I've gone cold. Mine's Monster, obviously.
Of course.
Monarch, little peach butterfly ones, love them. Alex, you got your Stanley today?
I don't.
No?
I have a travel mug. Steph.
I've gone basic bitch with a PSL. Woo!
PSL.
Yeah.
Pumpkin spice latte.
Oh, of course.
Oh, you've been making your own sauce then.
I have been
making your own sauce!
I'm making my own sauce these days, aren't I? Because I
Syrup.
don't pay £4.80
Syrup.
so small.
You're a side business.
What are you rocking in yours today?
I've got the old hot juice.
Nice, I like a hot juice.
Yeah.
Doesn't quite match up to hot cum, but...
Less bitty.
What the fuck is happening?
I don't know.
And you're not rocking? You're rocking a
No, afraid
Coke
not.
Zero?
I'm not repping the merch today.
So that's it. I'm also wearing the Dynatech t-shirt. You can grab that from the store as well. There's loads of other things in there. I've got dice on there and all that other stuff. And since we've done that,
Sexy dice.
they are pretty sexy dice, but to toot my own horn. I'm going to hand over to Steph to talk about Warrior Prince 3D.
Ooh, so soon.
Uh-oh.
Wait.
This is Zeta 38C69.
Nice.
Sending distress beacon. Assessing situation. Visuals. Negative. Spatial awareness. Cramped. Scent analysis. Yeast.
Oh.
Burnt carbohydrate. Complex sugars. Lettuce. Distress beacon failed. Reanalyzing tactics. Sup, flesh bags. Wanna get your nobbled finger bones on some sweet ass 3D prints? Then get yourselves over to www.warriorprince3d.etsy.com for all your cosplay items, terrain and miniature needs. Can't see what your blood pump desires? Why not click custom order or slide into Rich's DMs and tell him Zeta sent ya. Distress beacon strengthening. Fill your boots not only with your money-making feet slabs, but many high-quality 3D prints. And don't forget to use the exclusive permanent card code bastard to the stars.
Wait a minute, Gene.
For a sick 10% discount. Scent analysis override is Is that toast?
They did having a stroke.
I love it.
Oh
see.
my god.
You'll see.
I don't.
I'd have to make an order.
I made Gene Cannon. This isn't happening twice. But please go check out Warrior Prince 3D. Dude's just awesome. There's a lot of Warrior Prince 3D stuff on this table, and that I use a lot of the time as well. Dude's just absolutely, you're paying for a service rather than anything else. Speaking of spending your money, we've got an affiliate code with Roll&Play Press. Look at me scrambling for the words there.
Yeah.
Which is Dragonborn 10, where you can get 10% off things like your fantasy toolkits, your sci-fi toolkits, and Dave and Steve over there. Which book would you like? Would you like the fantasy Game Master's Toolkit, character kit, or the sci-fi Game Master Toolkit, or character kit? Pick one.
Oh, I'm going for fantasy.
Cool, right. Go straight down the GM's kit there. Pick a page, because we're going to pick up one of their random tables and see what we get. Up to 95. 72. Was that?
72.
72. Ooh. Let's see what we've got here. Divine Blessings.
There you go.
So,
Straight from the God of Badgers.
oh, is there such thing?
There is now.
Of course
Is there?
is.
The honey badger. Obviously, it's the honey badger.
It is, someone's a D20. There it is. You can roll me a D20, please, Dave.
Oh no, I get to roll shit. Come on.
Oh, you guys are going to be rolling all
Oh.
fucking night for me.
3.
3!
3.
Oh, Ida is so dead.
You have the God's Favor. Now, you can detect when an item is enchanted or magic just by touching it.
Oh,
There you go, nice little divine favor that you can get as a reward for your
very
characters.
nice.
Yeah.
Magic.
Which is not bad, most of us do anyway, so. Roll it again. Steve, why don't you roll one? Dave, shit out! Give him a chance!
10.
10! Oh, now you feel stronger than you ever have before. Your muscles tone and grow. Look at that!
Oh,
Perfect for Steve's Paladin, or Paladines as he says. So go check out Roll&Play Press. They've got loads of things in there for all of their toolkits that you can think of. Just like add the meat to the bones of your world and your characters and stuff like that. I'm going to hand over to Jack,
Oh god, hello.
who is going to
Oh, yes.
pull from the deck of many insults. So let's start with the guests.
Okay. Alright, Dave, this one's for you. Alright, are you ready?
You made eye contact. I like that, that's fun.
Right. You so nasty, I wouldn't touch you with mage hand.
Oh, I like that.
Ah.
Teasing with those eyes.
Right, and Steve, here we go. This is for you. If I've said anything to offend you, it was purely intentional.
Oh!
Good. It's good. Keep going. We've got a whole deck of these to get
Alrighty.
through.
Alex, you're next. Save the speech for the patron you continually disappoint.
Oh!
Oh, God hates you.
I made him a tea as well.
Steph,
Hello?
here we fucking go again. Sorry, I meant hello.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
really good. I like that.
And Tam, you're as useful as nipples on an owlbear.
hey!
I imagine they lay eggs.
Random, maybe, yes. And Ian, of course, for you. I'm not saying you're the dumbest person in this tavern, but you better hope they don't leave.
That's really good. I like that. Tamsin, rip one out for Jack.
Come on.
I could teach you, but I'd need an eternity for you to be someone else.
We're ending on a little bit of support.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't ask me to read things.
Existential right there.
At least it wasn't just kill yourself. That would have been pretty brutal.
Yeah.
At least it wasn't anything like that. And I think that's it for our announcements. So yeah, please go check out all of those companies. Check out Warrior Prince 3D. Check out Loki Battle Mats. Check out our Dice Store and Merch Store and Roll&Play Press. Also, why not go check out Band of Badgers on twitch.tv/Band of Badgers and YouTube/Band of Badgers, I think is the right places people can go to. And I'll put links to those in the descriptions below for YouTube. Otherwise, are you guys ready to jump into where we left off last week?
Hopefully.
Leaving Kashoria, second Guardian Orb in hand, and visions of the potential futures fresh in their minds, the crew of Orion's Hope take to the drift and begin to head on home to the Pact Worlds once more. Yet, a distress beacon in the drift beckons them to a gravitational anomaly that seems to be the source of this distress beacon. They discover a destroyed asteroid or drift rock that seems to have been, at some point, some kind of smuggler's or pirate base. Maybe here in the drift or pulled into the drift as parts of the material plane are ripped away every time somebody jumps into the drift to travel. Who knows? However, our crew find themselves exploring this anomaly. They find a dead goblin that seems to have gone under some necro transfiguration to become a void zombie, with what was later discovered to be a catalava taking over this body as a host, being the culprit. The party dispatches the Akata in the next room, and in doing so are left to explore the rest of this partially destroyed base here in the drift. You all stand now in front of this terminal where this distress beacon was sent from. 3 bodies in the room, 2 goblins who succumbed to the void zombie-like transformation but no longer seem to be active and human in any kind of way, whose body lie devoid of their innards, like sprawled out everywhere. And then there is a human in front of this console that you now stand in front of, whose body lies twisted and crushed under some unknown force as their last moments of agony must have been spent doing something with this terminal. I hand over to you, the players. What would you like to do?
So we haven't looked at this terminal yet.
No.
Okay.
But you can see this is where the distress beacon is coming from. And this body of this human who doesn't seem to have been affected by either the transformation of like void zombie or Akata attacks, obviously has a hand that was like going up to the terminal, whether this was for the distress beacon or something else. But in doing so, their body is, I mean, give me a medicine check. Let's see how much you
Medicine
can pick up on this.
That is a 31.
Of course it is.
Dr. Khan.
Number 5, guys. Yeah, so this body has been mangled and crushed. Yet there's no rocks on it. There's no sign of like blunt force trauma from another object. And the 2 goblins in the room aren't big enough to subdue it to that kind of force.
Gravity.
Can I look for any?
I mean, that's a pretty good assumption, you'd think. You were going to say Calyx.
Sorry. Can I look for any sort of identification or kind of anything on this human body?
Yeah, it's a perception check.
21.
21.
Unless it's suddenly 60 feet away.
No, we said at the end of the last one that you guys all kind of grouped up in this area. So what you can see is the spacesuit is clearly the same as the goblins. So they have this like mismatched amount of piled together armor and clothing that seems to be of the same guild, company, ship, whatever these pirates or smugglers were. But they're obviously not goblin. No distinguishable markers or anything like that. And you'd think that, kind of like the pirates back on Kashoria, they wouldn't want distinguishable markers. Yeah.
If everyone's alright, I think I might sort of jack into this terminal and see really what's going on.
Yeah, maybe turn the beacon off. Because, you know, save other people coming in and getting wormed.
Ida kind of like looks to you and nods. They will aid, and they get an automatic pass on this because we've got a +10 in it. So
I will also aid, which is an automatic as well.
just double check they have got that for computers. Yeah, they got a 15 in it. They fucking auto pass. Auto pass.
Auto pass.
Anybody else aiding in computers? No. If you've got a plus in it, you can aid.
I can try in my.
No, you're from the ship, so you're going to stay there.
You're also not trained in it.
+2.
You get a 10, so.
That's another 8, isn't it? 10's a
Yeah,
pass.
so that's +6 to this roll.
Cool, alrighty. That's a natty 20.
Woo!
Starting off with a natural
Which
20.
would make it 39.
Jesus Christ!
Nearly breaking that 40 mark.
So, the first thing you gain is root access to the entire computer.
Beautiful.
It is a very low tier, and yeah, you have full access to the system. So you can see that there is definitively the distress beacon was sent before other engineering things were turned on.
Okay.
So the distress beacon went out, and then sometime after that, while it was still playing, there were problems, and you actually get access to some diagnostics.
Oh yeah. Jesus.
It's all in
So-
binary code.
Do you think they turned on the distress beacon to like lure everyone in here? And then something else? A
The
cactus?
bore worm.
The where?
You are determined to get one person to know.
And I did.
Did you?
Yes.
Take
Is this,
two off
was
your
this
hit
one
points.
an okay like reference?
No,
No.
it's really recent. It's just you guys are clearly too straightforward.
Clearly.
What can I say?
It looks like they were at least. I haven't looked through all of it, and they were trying to activate a drift anchor.
Oh.
And they had some trouble moving something massive from the prime space into the drift. I will continue reading now as a normal human.
Yeah, I think at this point, like obviously, like TJ and Ida are like tapping away, and they're helping you gain route access and stuff like that. If you wanted to turn off the drift beacon,
Yeah, will
drift
do.
beacon, the distress beacon, you can
yeah,
absolutely just
absolutely.
blip, turn that off, and you can definitely tell that like this guy was not reaching for the distress beacon.
The age, AGE, would I know what that is?
You can give me an engineering check.
25.
The AGE is actually the artificial gravity engine.
Okay. Let's talk about the Buccaneer, which may be a ship of theirs. I'm not really sure. They're trying to move themselves to a more hidden location away from the drift beacon where they entered from. And then they powered down their drift engine, towed to a location they believe is away from any drift beacons. It should be hard to find without knowledge of the drift anchor itself. We begin to prepare the PDA. Again, I don't know what PDA is.
Yeah, you can probably ascertain with that information that's on that sheet. That's the prototype drift anchor.
That would make sense, yes. To prepare the PDA and this operating base for what we hope to be a hidden drift beacon and smuggling hole. Next 24 hours are fine, all systems are optimal. The Buccaneer will depart in a few days, and then the artificial gravity engine was glitching. Engineer's notes are blank, and that's it. So clearly the gravity thing did a big fucky on their systems.
So technical, guys.
I mean, that's all you need to know. I'm just
It
saying.
did a big fucking.
But it looks like the Buccaneer never left.
So is there going to be a big old
There's another
smuggling
ship here.
ship floating around?
Maybe there's more to this place that we haven't looked at yet.
Maybe.
So give me an engineering check.
Need tiles.
23.
Okay, so I think with that DC, you get the sense, obviously, like things were going well. You can see with the
Yeah.
diagnostics that you know the first issue they had was obviously with the drift engine. They seem to have come into the drift,
Yep.
and then it started glitching, so they powered it down because they, with the drift anchor, they wouldn't need the drift engine if they're trying to keep this in drift space. I think you would make that assertion. Then they activated the drift anchor, and then somewhere between that happening and then the next set of diagnostics, obviously something catastrophic has happened. That probably ties in. There'll probably be a timestamp on there. That ties in with when the when the distress beacon was activated, and then you can see that where the notes end on the timestamp probably falls in line with absolutely everything being sundered or destroyed. What you do get is a sense that certain aspects that still must be here, like the gravity engine, the drift anchor, the environmental agency protection systems, and also the drift engine, you think they are linked somewhere to this terminal, and with enough time and the right engineering checks, you could basically strip them for parts, which is basically UPBs.
Okay.
Quite a hefty chunk of them. However,
How long do I think that would take?
exactly, because this is clearly unstable, this place. And I think the gist of what you get is it's a small fortune in UPBs.
Okay.
But if you were to get it wrong, that could be the end of this, whatever's holding this place still together.
Yeah.
But it's also obviously what's causing that gravitational anomaly on the outside that's causing the asteroids and the drift rocks to undulate.
Do I think if I could somehow deactivate the gravitational engine, that it would make it safer for it to strip it down?
You think that you would have to go through them one by one if you wanted to strip them down. If you deactivated the the artificial gravity engine, obviously you would lose gravity.
Yes.
So you'd all be in 0G. But that probably would stop one of the those kind of anomalies happening. But you don't know where that ties into other things at the moment with what's going on. But with that computers check earlier, whatever you decide to do, I will let you know mechanically the DC has been lowered.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, I can tell you from an engineer's point of view that this whole place could be worth a fortune if we strip it down, but that could take time. I don't know how much because there's quite a lot here, but it's a bit risky.
Really in a massive rush.
Well, it's true. We're not on a deadline, but I could probably use a little bot that we found on the way here too.
T2.
Exactly. That could probably help us.
Should we get Roos and T2 over here to sort of help assess?
Yeah.
Ida is like, I'll go back to the ship. If Roos is coming on, I'll go back and I'll keep an eye on the ship.
That's fair. That's fair.
Also
Easy
have
switch
it
over
easy.
for
Right, well, Ida, you can convey the message, and I'll also send a gif of a calf on a cat on a skateboard. A calf on a skateboard.
whole cafe.
Whole calf. A caffeinated cat on a skateboard to Roos.
Roger, Roger.
Just
I'll
one
just
of those.
get the message a bit, right? On our way, and then just walk out the airlock like this. Yeah, I'll make my way over there.
Easy enough to do, and obviously, when you get, because you have to jump from the Hope to that open hangar bay, there is a cord that they've attached, like a tether cable, so you can pull yourself along that. But as soon as you make it to that side, there is gravity, so you could then, work your way across. And they've probably been keeping you up to date on the comms the entire time.
Is there air on the platform?
No, so you do have to have your environmentals on. And those of you working here, this could be up to 24 hours. It could be less than that.
Just strip this whole thing down? Or?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
But you could
It's a
strip
lot
it
less
down
time than I
to
thought.
enough parts that you could,
Okay.
a small fortune in UPBs is probably worth it.
I'm going to swap to my armour.
Yep.
Do I take the, before, in the...
So you can recharge that armor, by the way,
Oh.
because you've spent more than 2 days on the ship by this point.
Oh,
I think we should do that actually.
Yeah, so do make sure that you've had your long rests, make sure that you've had your armor recharged, because your ship is capable of doing that, and you had time getting to this point before, and obviously you weren't here last week, Alex, so if you can just put your character down to 0 hit points for me.
I mean, look, I think we should strip it down. If we're not on really any time schedule, I've taken a day to...
How risky is the risk?
I'd have to do a bit more digging, a little thinky think. But
Give me an engineering check.
yeah.
Doing so good on your vocab today, Kaz.
Thank you, thank you. That is a 16.
Total. Yeah, it should be fine.
With my expertise, it shouldn't be too bad. And we have T2 here, we shouldn't have a problem whatsoever. No
Absolutely
problems.
hunky-dory.
I think if we try and strip down maybe everything up until we get to the gravity engine, at least we'll come away with something.
I think that's a good plan.
Yeah, I mean,
Bruce
the gravity.
just gets there, that's like, what, strip down?
Yes, Roos.
Wait, not that kind of strip down.
Right, okay.
Stripping
So what are we
parts,
doing?
mechanical parts down.
Right.
Okay. I don't want to be seeing that. Jesus. Yeah, I think we'll probably start just trying to crack on with it.
Okay, so there are 4 systems in total.
Yeah.
They are all either glitching or broken in some way that you would get from the diagnostics, and the fact that I'm going to give you that as an engineer anyway, or having such a heavy engineering training for your nanosite class. There is the artificial gravity engine,
Yes. Yep.
there is the drift engine, there are the environmentals, and there is the prototype drift anchor.
Yep.
Depending on which one you want to approach first is going to affect the other ones. And it's going to take engineering checks, maybe certain things from the others in the crew, if they've got engineering at all to aid here, or to, you tell me how you want to go about this, and if you can think of a way to get the information from me in terms of like how they're going to affect each other, or what that could do to your surroundings.
Do you think it's
You let me know.
worth doing the gravity last and then the environmental second to last?
I mean, the environmentals are wrecked anyway. I think if we're going to have to be using our suits for environment, then
But
we don't
I'm
have to leave it till second to last. If anything, I'd say it's probably one of the first ones we do.
Well, if it's
I
fucky,
mean-
then
how
Might as
how destroyed is it?
Well, according to the notes, there it's wrecked.
It's
according-
absolutely wrecked.
according to Kaz's
It is.
terminology.
So actually,
100% fucked.
that is genuinely a starship terminology for your parts. It's like for your parts, straight to the gutter. Is like glitching, malfunctioning, and wrecked. I think it is for your starship when systems get broken. We're treating this kind of like that for certain
So
reasons.
wrecked is like the lowest level. It's like
Wrecked is
it's
fucked.
not good.
So
Yeah.
if it's absolutely wrecked, then
Yes, yeah. It's the same for
So I
the
was gonna
drift
say
anchor as well as
otherwise
also wrecked.
we might end up going out
But
of this place.
obviously, on a starship, wrecked systems can still be repaired. It just takes a long, long time. So the components are still there. This place is not completely sundered. It's not completely whatever happened to cause it to be not one whole piece.
I mean, I think we just have to take a punt. I think the drift engine was only glitching at any one point and it was powered down since then. So
Okay.
The anchor could be worth quite something.
I'd imagine there's probably something there that could be used. I don't imagine it being quite a common thing to be able to create.
Astral navigation check. Anybody else got engineering apart from Kaz?
Not that it's worth anything.
You can give me an engineering check, and you can give me an engineering check. 14.
28.
28. Anybody else with engineering? No. You're unsure, and I think it falls outside of your remit. I think more with starships, you're more based on gunnery and more kind of like charisma-based stuff, like being first mate or kind of like that secondary captain's role. For you, yeah, I mean, the drift engine is obviously
It's quite a common thing.
yeah, but the drift anchor. Now, a drift engine gets you from prime space into the material space, but the drift anchor, and it's called a prototype. You get the sense that with that name alone, it's designed to keep something locked into one place in the drift, like a drift beacon. What's your astral navigation check?
13.
13.
Yeah.
Do you roll a 1?
From nearly a 2.
Oh,
Oh,
gutted.
Why?
You need to charge it.
Yeah, so you get the sense that this is
Okay.
maybe like some kind of like, not necessarily a drift beacon, but something to hold them in place, because the drift beacons stay exactly where they're supposed to.
yeah.
They don't move, and although the drift constantly changes, those drift beacons still bring you back out into the relevant systems. Obviously, Triune, this new deity in the past several hundred years, has created these. Has somebody tried to take that technology and turn it into something else? Maybe you're right with something there, with like it being worth something.
Go on. You look
I
like
was going to say, I mean, even if we don't sell it, it could be useful for us. Considering how many times we're going in and out of the drift, we could use it ourselves.
Would also just say that this place is fucked, so we don't know how well that actually works.
I mean, we'd have to have a look at it. I haven't looked at it at all. It says it's wrecked, but
I think it's worth
the internal
salvaging.
part, yes, of course.
Well, should we crack on with it then?
I think we crack on with that one.
Yeah.
And then we do the drift engine because I think that's in one of the better conditions.
Okie dokie.
Environmental.
Yep.
And then if we feel like it, gravity.
How much? Okay.
Here we go.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
we fucking go.
Is
This to you via the. Okay.
Oh, I love a TAM
If we
question.
are. Oh, I don't know. No, if we are. How
Word it
much
carefully,
is a
Darcy.
drift anchor tied to gravity? If we take out the drift anchor, is it going to affect the gravitational systems?
I mean, it's already wrecked.
The gravity as well.
No,
Every system wrecked.
No, the gravity is currently glitching,
Okay.
which is why we've got all these
I mean,
story things going on.
Is
with that line of questioning, I will let you give me another engineering check. This is to see which system might cross over.
29.
There is a high possibility that the system crossover between what's happening with the gravity outside and the anchor. Calyx might have hit something here.
Okay.
Those two might be crossing over in some way.
So if we take out the anchor, is it either going to make the gravitational pull worse, or is it going to fix it?
I mean, the other thing was we can just power down the gravity engine. I'd rather be floating.
So I'm alright.
I'd rather be floating in space than being pulled into essentially a black hole.
Well, shall we leave the gravity issue to last? We'll see how far we get. Just because I'm conscious that some of our environmental protections are longer than others. Plus, you know, we do still have to get back to Absalom in a fairly timely manner. But I would say we start as we mean to go on, see how far we get. If things look dicey, we take what we can, we cut our losses. Agreed? I'd rather not mess too much with the gravity.
Yes.
That's wise.
Okay, so what is the system that we think might not be related to the gravity? Looking at the squashed pirates.
I think in environmental
Okay.
and drift engine is
so maybe
next. I
take-
think
start with
environmental is at
those
least.
Out,
Yeah.
and then attempt the
all right.
gravity one.
Environmental.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right.
Right.
Crack on with that.
So are you trying to dismantle the environmental
Yes.
systems? Okay, so you cannot take 20 on any of these checks.
Okay.
I'm letting you know that as the GM to be kind. Because so for take 10 and take 20, obviously you get an automatic 10 or a 20, then you get to add modifiers and stuff like that, but it assumes that you fail many times doing that.
Okay.
You get the sense that if you fail this, you will critically damage that system and it will cause some kind of effect.
Brilliant.
So you cannot take 10 or 20.
Okay.
I have a DC.
Yeah.
Your earlier check lowered that.
Before you do this,
Yes.
Please don't summon anything.
can I... One of those just turns up on the board again.
Oh my god!
Hey,
Can I just tie everyone together with rope?
of course you can.
Yeah. Like, I'm leaving gap, like a 10-foot gap,
Yeah.
but I worry that suddenly we're all going to float about all over the place, so I just want to...
Yeah,
Everyone consents.
absolutely.
I'd like to
bear
tie
in mind,
everyone
you still
to
have like
each
the roof
other.
over. You're in like a tunnel at the moment. It's maybe like 15 foot high,
Yeah, but
15
the
foot
other
wide.
side of that is eternal space.
Well, you think there's still some systems there, but I mean,
Existential crisis.
I'm just letting you know that right now you're in a tunnel.
Not a thick
But
amount
I mean,
of rock.
if you want to
between-
tie yourselves together or not, you do what you do. You. Which one do? you?
tying everyone together.
Calyx, have you thought about what happens if something suddenly happens with the gravity and we get bisected by our own rope?
That's why I've left.
That is a visceral
I have left a 10-foot gap between everyone,
But
just
it
in
might
case we
stick
get.
to-
No, I'm like tying it to loops on your. Like I'm
Okay,
not
or like a
tying it around your
carabiner.
neck. It's not like a noose. This is tied around like a harness little strap.
What kind of
or
rope have you got?
something.
Because
I've got like a 50-foot rope.
what kind of rope is it?
I don't know. I think it
Because if we're in
literally just
fantasy world,
says.
I would say
rope.
that it's like a big girthy rope,
It
and nobody's getting that through a belt loop.
My God,
Like a tug of war
six
rope.
of these bastards.
Oh, he's got a proper tug of war rope.
Look at that rope.
Literally.
Look at the girth on that.
It says synthetic rope is exceptionally durable, elastic, and specifically designed for easy grip and climb.
Okay, I'm going to say this is one of
rope.
those thin climbing ropes. I think that sounds like that. Because
Yeah.
if this was Fantasyland and it was like hempen rope, I'd be like, it's like this fucking thick,
no.
you're not getting that through a loop.
It says, it's. I like to imagine this is bright orange with like those little green grip
Little
pads
diamonds
on
on
it.
it all the way
Yeah.
up. Rattlesnake ropes. Okay, so everyone is, tethered together.
Via loops, not their necks.
I mean, I'm sure you probably have carabiners with it, to be
Yeah.
honest.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tell me what you're doing.
Would it be just one person making the check? Or all of us separately?
So there is probably like one main engineering check,
Okay.
but other people can aid and they can help, and you're like, no, don't fucking touch that, do this, and this is where it can become a group thing.
Yeah. I was
Because
just thinking more like if everyone somehow had an engineering kit,
yeah,
they'd be able to make their own checks better.
yeah.
But if it's only one person making the main check, then it doesn't really matter. So,
Who's got engineering kits?
I mean, I've got an engineering kit, obviously.
No.
Well, shit.
Good idea.
Well, never
To
mind.
come back.
How's he
Give us
do?
your kit!
Do you call leader back? I mean, I'll control the shit out of him.
I mean, he would be very useful in this situation.
If he has one, it could be of use.
Is Dave
Or just-
controlling the ship?
Dave is temporary acting captain.
He doesn't have a toolkit. Oh, sorry, he doesn't have an engineering kit. He's got a toolkit, survival, and then he's got, in terms of engineering, I mean, man's got plus 12 in it.
It'd be good to aid.
Yeah.
Good to have, for sure.
Where's Eda's there? Do you want to bring a Reese up here? So we've got the full party.
And we've
here,
got T2 with us as well.
You're taking T2 up there as well, yeah?
Yes.
Sorry, I can totally help.
You're just sitting there, letting it all happen.
Have you got a T2 mini?
I've only got Dave.
No, leave Dave in the pilot's by the captain's seat.
You have
He
a
is
little
the
toaster.
captain now. Not a toaster, Tamsin.
God
Say
damn
it because it annoys you.
I think it annoys Steph more than it annoys me.
Where's the lamp? We can use the lamp as T2.
I've got lamp on the back, but we don't have a. Oh, we haven't had a lamp for ages, have we?
Lamp.
We have so many just
We have
robots.
birdies.
Half a crew of
Well, for lack of a
robots.
better mini, I'm going to have to use R2D2.
Yay!
That'll do.
Okay, so you're taking
Okay.
the Astromech mini,
Yes.
well, character.
Can T2 actually help us dismantle?
I hand it over to you guys.
I know it can help repair things.
They are a drone.
Yes.
I know they have piloting check, and they are able to do, I believe, somebody should have the stats for it.
I don't think we've ever been given the stats.
No.
Damn it, Steve, one job. One fucking job, mate. I believe, let me bring up T2. No, he's a drone. I'm pretty sure he is, because he was designed
Plus 20
completely.
engineering.
Okay, so T2, who was part of this one, droid, here we go. Stop dancing, it's not a place to have fun.
That's where you're wrong.
0T20 is able to give you a +1 on piloting and a +1 on engineering checks.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
Alright.
Usually related to starship stuff. However, I will allow this to be.
Thank you.
Because I think this might be a starship.
Well,
I mean, you can make an engineering check.
With my +3, hell yeah, let's go for it.
Way!
22!
Is that 19?
Yeah!
I mean, they talk about having a drift engine connected to it, and then this drift anchor. A ship wouldn't need a drift anchor, but they've clearly put a drift engine into this drift rock, this asteroid, this whatever it is, so that they can try and get it from prime to drift. Also, in those notes there, I believe it says about it being towed.
yes.
So, not quite a ship, but definitely
Like
capable
a
of
static caravan.
like a static caravan.
Title of the episode right there.
Like a static caravan.
New from JML.
Okay, so we
Static
have
caravan.
a full contingency of
Okay.
crew here. Ida's like, I'll give you a hand where I can.
Yeah.
And is
I think I'll get my kit ready, my engineering kit.
Mhm.
Obviously employing the help of T2. And if anyone else can help, that'd be great. Fantastic.
Give you probably
if you can help with
I try
engineering.
and give you a bit of a hand. I've not got
you
much,
straight
Is
up
it,
engineering.
is it just an engineering check, or is it going to be a computer check as well?
it's going to be if you're dismantling engine parts, this is an engineering check.
Yes.
What I'm looking for is the campaign dice.
Way!
No, it's in here somewhere because I was playing with it earlier.
That sounds like you lost it.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Honey, I know where it
Is it in a
is.
bag? Is it under a ship?
I think I threw it across the
You
studio.
were a
Why did you
Dice.
throw it across the studio for?
Because I was having fun. Just check under the back end of that upper hull for me, would you?
God.
And then check the next bit for me, would you?
Riveting this
The
is.
hunt.
Ah,
Oh, absolutely.
it's really annoying. The one dice I want these guys to roll for
So
me.
I'll just do the next one as well.
Yeah, just keep having a look.
Oh, there it is. No, we can.
Oh, he got me! He fucking got me!
Keep going.
Ah. Alright, well that's gone. Damn it, I was going to have you guys roll campaign
How
dice
rude.
for me. That's really gutting.
I shouldn't have thrown dice around.
Yeah. What were you thinking, Ian?
Willy nilly.
Prick.
Alright. Yeah. I can't say anything nasty against you, you're too nice. Okay, so across the board, obviously people are going to help you out here. Now, if you guys can find other ways outside of engineering skills to try and aid in some way, shape or form using those skills that you've already got, then we'll see if we can give Kaz a few extra boons. You get automatic aid from Ida, so you get the +2 there. Obviously, if you have engineering, roll it up, beat a 10.
19.
19.
Nope.
Another 2 from Roos.
19 as well.
19. So another 2. So that's 8 so far. Any way you're helping?
I can't. My engineering did not work. So it's not going to give anything beneficial. But I'm just going to sort of stand there going, "Come on, Kaz, do the thing. Come on, Kaz, take it apart. Come on, Kaz, get us some money."
And you take a -2. No.
I don't think I can give you mine because I don't have a dot in engineering.
But do you have any pluses in it
I
apart
have
from your
a
modifier?
+1.
Is that just your modifier though?
Yes.
Then you
So
cannot aid
I
to that.
can't aid. So
Just a +6 to that.
take that.
Take that. Alright, okay. So we've got +6 from you guys. I'm going to have another +2 from the kit. And then I'm going to have a +1 from the mech.
Yep.
So that's +9.
+9 to the on top of your
On
modifier,
top
which
of my
is
own modifier, which is 13.
so that's 21.
Yep. Plus whatever I get on the dice.
Yeah.
Whew. Come on, give me the 14. Okay, that's a 29.
29.
Okay.
I was hoping for at least 30. Didn't quite work.
Bit
That's
disappointing.
a bad miss.
That's a bad mess.
So I will let you know that the DC before this was 30. Your check earlier knocked it down to a 25,
Oh.
Holy shit.
which
Good.
is
Awesome.
very, very good.
Yep.
To which end, even with that +21, what a low roll. What did you roll?
8.
8? Wow. Fucking love Paizo numbers. Okay, so there's a moment, and this would happen over 8 hours, this next bit. So I need somebody to roll a d8. Because you beat the check, we're going to see how many hours you take off.
1.
Oh, yes.
7 hours. This is how many hours you're taking off.
Oh, I see. Gotcha, yeah.
So 7 hours on the
Right.
Environmental protections.
Yeah.
Exactly. So take that off your environmental, but you're only going to take 7 hours doing this to strip apart the environmental parts of this base.
Okay.
And as you're doing so, there's an area where there's these like oxygen tanks, and you see one of the hoses just Apollo 13 it. They just start like whipping out all over the place. It's like concentrated oxygen. Luckily, with your check, you are able to like whoever's around you, like Roost, Kate, whoever, and they're able to get it and like patch it up. And you and Ida come in and stop what would be a massive, especially with the vacuum of space outside, like this like wave of like highly volatile oxygen being pulled from the tanks.
Okay.
It also means the DC does not change for the next skill, so you have to beat a 25.
Right.
But over the course of 7 hours, you gain about 4,000 UPBs.
Way!
Ooh.
4,000 UPB.
We can upgrade the ship.
I was afraid to ask. I should know this.
UPBs can be used to upgrade the ship.
Oh,
It can also be spent like money.
They can.
Do,
Hope you're going to share that.
it's for everyone, don't worry.
It's like, Kaz is like loaded and it's like, wait a second.
Is it like 1 UPB per credit or? Okay.
Wait.
Very much No Man's Sky, just
Yeah.
like 1 for 1.
1 for 1. Gotcha. Okay. Do we want to continue?
Yes.
Phase 2.
Yes. I've seen the money rolling in.
No, because I want the anchor. Like, I don't mean like I want it. I mean,
No.
I do want us to get the anchor because, like, it. That's why I'm like second to last thing because it
Very
will mess with
unsure
the
about the
gravity.
anchor. Very unsure.
Well, that's why
about
I'm like it's the third thing to go.
I mean, if we do the drift engine next like we were going to,
Yes.
if we end up not doing it properly, that may make it a lot harder for us to get this anchor. So do we want to rethink our efforts and maybe go for the anchor first now instead?
I'm still very unsure about the anchor.
So drift engine.
Very common thing. We'll get some UPBs, I'm
Yeah.
sure, but nothing particularly special about it.
Can I try and remember? Like, do drift engines work by navigating specifically to points, or is it that's?
Drift engines literally, like you have to
Or you
stop your
ju-
engine.
Or is it just like a car? You just turn it on, turn it off.
Yeah, basically, because you travel through the drift using your normal thrusters,
Yeah.
and then to activate the drift engine, you have to turn all of those off, and then if you're in the drift or prime space, you then activate the drift engine. It takes a minute, and then it basically causes you to change plane, and then it stops, and you
Right.
reactivate your thrusters, and then you carry on traveling again.
I think it's a lot less likely to affect the gravity.
Well, the drift engine. Oh yes, I think that's without doubt. but it's whether we, if we take what we have now to try and get the anchor, that could be a thing we do. But if we take the drift engine, we fuck it up.
Yeah.
The anchor might be a no-go.
I think you've done well so far.
Okay. So drift engine then.
Let's go.
Okay. The DC is going to be 25.
Okay.
Nothing changed from the last one. Now,
Yes.
obviously, if you're making an engineering check, you get an instant aid from Ida. So that's +2 there. Anybody else doing anything else at this point? You're going for engineering, Roos? You going for anything else?
Try and help with engineering. 15, so yeah, over.
Okay.
+2. Stick to engineering then.
Ooh, that's a 27.
Damn.
Very nice.
Damn. Roos is like, nope. New.
Okay.
So that's +6 so far. Anything else you think you can
Well,
do?
I can't do engineering, but can I do... I'm trying to think what this would even come under. Can I basically geology the rock? So, the idea is that I can look at the rock and I can go, oh, these are some sheer faces, or this is going to, like, basically pre-predict, like, if it's going to be a weak fracture, if, like, removing pipe would then cause problems.
That still sounds like engineering. That still sounds like engineering to me.
Oh, I'm trying
Look
to
at the
think.
sediment on that.
Well, that looks
And
like
there
a
is
non-conformity.
sediment everywhere. Hot sediment you could drink from a mug.
Oh.
L.
Realise how big a hole
Look
in
at
the
that
sock
size of
is.
them pegmatites.
Ida's
I love
you say
it.
peg?
Pegmatites.
Ah, I cannot think what I can do to help, really.
It's fine.
So,
Are you training computers?
I do have a thing in computers.
I was just thinking maybe if you can sort of like keep an eye on the systems
Yeah.
and see if
I
there's
can try
any
that.
sort of things you can shut down or move power.
Yeah.
somewhere.
Okay.
I can do that.
Computers check.
16.
Okay, I was going to set the DC at 15, so that's going to be... You can absolutely keep an eye on it. So you notice that, like, when people are going for certain things, you can be like, whoa, 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 whoa. Because you're seeing, like, levels go up and down. I'll give you a +1 to this. 'cause it's
Ooh,
not
okay.
technically...
Alright.
Yeah, I liked it,
Yeah.
so you'll get something for it.
Better than that, yeah.
Absolutely.
So 2, 4, 6, +7 to this. Plus, Knack. 8.
yes.
And
Plus, plus my kit,
Yeah,
so it's 10.
10 total.
And then whatever my thing is, which is the 13, so it's plus 23 to whatever this is.
Don't roll a 1.
It's a 4, but plus 23 is 27.
27.
So
Okay.
Oh.
And what you notice is it's Calyx who's like, as you go to take like the core out of the drift engine, and you can see that luckily the drift engine here is like dodgily patched into this entire facility. And as you go to take it off, you see like spiked levels start to go up like it's trying to activate and glitch. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa! And then you guys manage to pie down. This would have tried to activate, which may have caused structural damage to the entire place. And luckily, you managed to avoid that.
Good going.
You get 15,000 worth
15.
of UPVs for a drift engine of this magnitude.
That's a lot, I think.
Salas.
Do we
We're going back to Absalon. We are going to be spending.
If there's one rule about gambling, is you never stop when you're while you're ahead. Never.
If I've learned anything from Sarah,
So let's continue.
it's always on black. Keep.
Yeah. It's impressive, really.
Alright, so we're pretty up.
Yep.
Okay.
We're halfway there, technically.
Living on a prayer.
So,
Thank you, Calyx.
drift anchor.
Okay.
This is probably the bigger one.
Yep. This is the big boy.
Um,
How is it going to fit in the ship?
We've got space in the boot.
we have a boot.
Let's get rid of an engine.
Yeah, we don't need those.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
I
You can
mean,
get rid of Ida's bed. He doesn't need
yeah,
that.
you sleep in the airlock.
Yeah, he's in the air. He already knows what the airlock's like.
Yeah.
He'd probably like. James would say something like, please no. Ida would. Ida is just like, he like gives you the side eye through the mask, see there's like red eyes.
Look, he's already happy.
Not smiling.
Yes, it is.
Not smiling.
Grinning.
In fact, at this point he'd be like, maybe he's got like one of his like extra augmentations that he can do, and it's like an extra arm that's like holding spanners and stuff in place, and you're like making jokes, and he's like, now?
Yep.
Right.
So you go for the anchor next, yeah?
Yeah. Okay.
This has a different DC to it.
Does anyone have? I can't read it.
Can I say that out loud?
Go on, do it.
Well, I mean, it depends if it's got any like horrific words.
Find the maintenance manual.
I mean, we accessed the terminal.
Yeah, but did we look up instructions?
Well, given how shoddy this thing is put apart, there probably isn't a manual.
Oh
But,
my god, there's a wiki how!
I mean, have a look. Okay, if you want to think there's a manual, go on.
You have root access.
You.
So I mean, you
Go
can
on.
go
You're on
through.
the-
Wiki how!
You don't need to like, go through the systems. So you can
How
see.
do dismantle?
So the gravity anchor, sorry, the drift anchor is tied to the gravity engine, and these two have caused a fault together. Now, what you can tell is that if you fail disabling the gravity, disabling the drift anchor,
Yeah.
you could be spat back out into prime space. If the drift engine was still active, the drift engine is no longer active.
Okay. So we don't have that risk.
Okay,
No. However,
they're put together.
Go with something else.
where the gravity engine is tied to the drift anchor,
Yeah.
if the gravity engine fails, it could go one of two ways: 0G or increased gravity. And you look at the body next to you on the floor.
That's what happened.
Yes. If the gravity engine ends up going that way, and something happens via triggering it through the anchor or through disabling it, you're going to be carrying a lot of stuff.
Why don't we just turn off? the
Yeah,
gravity
I was
engine?
going to say, is the gravity engine therefore then like a battery to the anchor? Like if you turn that off, effectively, completely remove it.
Well, the
Reverse
anchor's
cabling,
already wrecked as it is.
but completely remove it.
Well, yeah.
Between them, something is holding this place together.
Yeah, if we turn the gravity engine off, the whole place is just going to go and apart from each other.
So it'd be fruitless anyway.
Tie rope to it.
Well, you don't think it would completely go apart, but like,
Well, things would stop going all erratic, I would think.
yes, you definitely get the sense that, like, especially those like drift rocks outside, would stop
Yeah.
trying to like come in and out and go everywhere. And again, if it went the other way, that might be a problem because they might start coming in towards this central space.
Okay.
Is there a way we could predict which way it's likely to go if we're keeping an eye on it? Is there like
I don't know. Because
warning
it's
system?
literally glitching, so it can go either way. It's just, it doesn't know what to do.
I think it will be the anchor that's drawing
Really?
them in.
You could also try and repair systems.
Yeah.
So you haven't considered that.
If we don't want to try and risk it, if we don't want to either be crushed or
I mean, either's pretty bad.
can I make sort of like an overlook to see how much of a job it would be to repair the gravity engine?
The grift engine.
Grift engine. That one.
I like it. Yeah, give me an engineering check.
Okay.
You get plus 6 from people here, so
Okay. Well, that would be like a 37.
yeah. Okay, so repairing it is probably the best way to go. It means that you might have to leave the gravity engine till last,
Oh, we were going to do that anyway.
but if you repair it rather than risk it, because if something goes wrong with the anchor and then you've got to run and the gravity is doubled, you're moving at 5 foot around mechanically.
Okay, so repair the drift.
The gravity engine thing.
The gravity engine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if it
Attach the anchor.
is faulty and you know the gravity increases, this place could collapse on you.
Yeah.
Take the risk.
How long did last one take?
Yes, we didn't work that out.
Oh, sorry.
Didn't 2 hours.
What was the did you have an over 30 for your
No.
check?
27.
Okay, so roll me a d8, please.
2.
6 hours.
Yeah, so it would be half that, so it would be another 7 hours. So you've been here 14 hours so far.
Okay.
I'm still alright on environment.
Yeah.
Everybody should be fine. I mean,
Yeah.
you've got like
Yeah, I've got quite a lot.
even level 1 armor's like 24 hours.
I mean, we've got to take a risk either way, but I
I think
think
repairing it seems the most sensible course of
it
action.
might reduce the risk.
It might reduce the risk, and again,
And it's working.
I am going to. I know your lust for adventure and finding things, and your lust for money is going off the charts here between the two of you. I am going to just say, yes, Kaz, you.
I
Yes,
like
I
money
saw
too.
your
Don't know what you
pocketing.
He just like, I like money too.
Yeah, but you don't count.
Holy, giving the Vorag
You're a
treatment straight
pirate.
up.
It goes with the territory. I kind of just included you anyway.
Literally, the guy's like, this guy was a pirate. I'm taking his shit.
But I'm just saying, I'm going to be the buzzkill for a moment.
Come on, DJ.
Yes, but TJ's going to be the buzzkill. And just say, if it looks too dicey, we've got more than enough to be going on with.
I will accept that, but I do think the anchor will be
I know you do.
considerably useful in the future.
I will also counter that with what if Dynatech gets hold of it?
I mean, given
We
how much
don't
resource Dynatech has already, I'm sure they can fucking build an anchor themselves.
Right there.
I think there's no shortage.
I'm not disagreeing that we shouldn't try. I'm just being.
Okay.
I'm being the gravity anchor to your ideas.
Okay.
Oh, I like that. That could be the episode title.
Yeah.
Gravity anchor to your ideas.
Yeah. I get what you're saying, and I do agree. But what is the point at which we go, this is too much?
When things start to look ropey, I think we've done really well so far. It's been a good effort all round. So I think we try to repair it. If it's not repairable, my vote would be we've got a nice little nest egg we can be getting on with. Let's get out in one piece.
Okay.
We've been through enough recently. I'd rather not die in the drift.
I mean, that's fair.
That's why I did tie everyone together.
I don't think that stops death, though, Calix.
It will stop us floating
Look at
off.
my anti-death rod.
This will stop all harm.
You don't know that!
What do you mean tethered together in the gravity dolls?
Yeah.
Sardines. So yeah, repair time.
Repair.
All right.
And
Okay.
we'll see how it
Captain
goes.
Buzzkill out.
Thank you.
So this is another engineering check. It has a
Okay.
different DC to it because this is a tiered drift engine. And I do need to quickly go and find what tier I put on this. Ugh. My apologies.
Anyone got any other ideas to maybe help us with this process?
Okay. I have the DC.
Is there a kind of like blueprint on the computer system that shows like an original kind of architectural thing of this place?
Yeah, there absolutely would
Could-
be.
In that case, could I monitor that and see if any like flares or kind of like places that we should be sort of keeping an eye out for? Any kind of unexpected little, like if they're doing engineering bits, any offshoots of sort of like vents and things that are
Oh, right, okay, so it wouldn't be like a live feed like that. There is a blueprint of how this station
Yeah.
should have
Oh,
looked, but not like a live feed
Gotcha.
of what's going on. It's not that sophisticated.
Being a being
Yeah.
that is
Yes.
attuned to the forces of gravity
Yes.
and sunlight, is there anything I can do which I may be able to perceive what's happening within this
Okay.
gravity anchor?
I like this. I like this a lot.
I know I'm proud of myself.
You should be. That's fucking good.
It's
That's a good idea.
Give him a stick.
He's getting a stick.
Yay!
Oh. Where's the fucking Cheers.
I will allow you to make me a charisma check. You get to roll a d20 plus your charisma modifier.
Okay.
And this will be you, like, in this moment. It will mean you don't aid with the checks, but you can be, like, focusing on attuning to the graviton mysteries of the universe. And, like, as you're, like, pulling those gravitational waves in towards you... Roll it up. What's your con modifier?
Oh shit. It was a +4 and I rolled a 4.
Okay. I mean, you have a cred stick.
Yeah.
Let's see if...
So should I do it again?
Hey, that's up to you, man.
It's
Yeah,
up
fuck it,
to
why not?
you.
Instantly spent.
Yep.
That's what it's for.
It's gonna roll it.
Don't,
on.
yeah,
Wow, good juju.
Ah, that's better. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, perfect. There you go.
Way better.
Yeah, I absolutely think that like, yeah, you can like almost battle meditation in this moment as you like start attuning. You guys start seeing those waves of gravity, and they've not seen you attune to gravity, have they?
No.
So how's it look for you? Because obviously they're used to like these sun flares, but
I guess it's kind of like a.
it just stops.
Yeah. Kind of like the air pressure kind of like goes in like ebbing into itself or ebbing into me, so it's like.
Yeah. Like, and you can see like particles on the ground, like little bits of like dust and stuff.
Yeah, they start to like.
Yeah, like tremor ups, like very like Dragon Ball Z style, when like they start powering up, and he's not like going. Ah! Ah! He's silent, but like they start like coming up around him, and yeah, I'm gonna say that you can like if you get the sense that something's gonna go wrong, I will let you know.
Cool.
So
Sounds good.
I think how this will work is when you go to make a check, and you roll the dice and you give me the number before I tell you the full result. Bruce will know if you need to run.
Sounds good. It's a bit of a backup.
I'll give you a safe. Stop.
That's a good word. I like it. Clear,
Good
concise.
safe words.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
So, trying to repair the gravity engine, yeah?
Yes. First port of call. Cool. So is Ida helping?
Ida is helping, get an automatic pass from that, so it's +2. You won't get Roos.
I will see if I can. Yes, you get
Cool.
plus.
Plus 4.
Um,
Are you doing the computery thing again?
I can do the computers again. Yeah.
roll a computers check, beat a DC 15, and I will allow this to be a +1.
Yeah. 21.
Okay.
Okay, so plus 5.
That will help.
Mac will help, so it's plus 6, plus the kits, plus 8, plus my modifier, which is plus 13, so
21.
21.
Come on.
Okay, that's 35.
DC is 31.
Holy!
So,
Goddamn.
well played. And yeah, you managed to repair this system, and this will be over the space of 4 hours. And there are times, Reese, where you start to like feel the gravity decreasing or increasing around you, and you're like, you know, you let people know in whatever way you do, and then you're able to adjust those fine tunements around until you get the gravity engine optimal.
Okay.
Just going to lower the DC for the anchor.
Just mark it down as optimal. Alright.
David, stop quivering with excitement.
You also,
for the anchor.
you also get a com.
Ooh!
What?
I can't.
A com. Little. What did you give Dave? Was it a text pad?
I think so.
Yeah, it was like welded to his head, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. A sort of like message comes through for you all that says something strange has happened out here. All of the drift rocks have just stopped moving.
Okay.
All good, Dave. We're in control. You're doing great, buddy. Thumbs up.
Thank you, Captain. He'll come back.
That's fine. I thought it was someone else coming up on our side.
Yeah,
Like,
so that
no,
was like, oh,
what's going on here?
No.
That buccaneer.
Oh.
Nope.
Okay. Next step.
Right. Next
Right.
step.
Engine.
Yes.
Anchor.
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 Wank anchor. Yep.
Wanker.
Helix language.
So the DC
I will
went
say this.
down with the initial checks.
Yeah.
I blame you from last
With
week
the,
for this behaviour.
Gravity engine being fixed,
Yeah.
it has gone down again.
Okay. Okay.
But this is prototype technology.
Yes.
The DC is 30.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
So at this point, Roosh, you are now able to retake part back in the.
Okay.
Yes, went down from a 40 to a 35 and a 30. You get the automatic pass from Ida.
We roll one.
Yep. Engineering.
Oh, that's a 12.
Beats it. You get the +2 from Roos.
Yeah, 13, so +2 from TJ.
Okay.
Is it possible to instead this time use astral navigation and my knowledge of how anchors may work? based on astral navigation.
Okay, so this will be a high check, but you can use astral navigation to see if there's a tie-in to drift beacons, which Kaz would have mentioned.
Okay. 21.
Okay. It's trying to replicate a drift beacon,
Okay.
but one that's not giving out a constant signal, one that you can only find with the right frequencies and codes and stuff. The drift anchor itself, you imagine, is some kind of prototype that's supposed to keep something in one place like the drift beacons. With the other systems down, you figure that now that it's not going to, or repaired or taken apart, it's not going to affect anything else. That's probably what you get from that.
Come on.
Whether that's going to aid in this check, I don't think so, but it gives you information as to what this prototype technology is. But that kind of stuff would be worth a lot.
Alright, Kaz, jettison us into space.
Should have spent that credit.
Okay.
Are there any more cred sticks in the room?
Not a sausage.
What's your plus to
Let me
this?
just double check. It will currently be 22.
Okay, so you need to roll an 8 or higher.
Yeah. Pretty sure I don't.
This is a nat
Oh, never
one.
mind. Yes, I do.
Oh!
Okay.
Sneaky
Got a little bit of a
cred
backup.
I love that.
Oh,
Right. So it was plus 22, I said, wasn't it? Yeah.
You're
So,
looking to be at 30.
yep, that is a 38.
yes.
38.
38.
Okay,
Damn.
16
roll a d8
plus
for me,
22.
please. So what we spent?
8.
8.
We spent 18 hours up until this point.
Okay, so we're going to half that. It's going to take 4 hours to take this apart. This is what, 22 hours you're up to so far?
Yep.
Sorry, did you say 4?
Yep. You get 21,000.
Way!
And you safely deconstruct the mechanical functions of this operating base.
Okay.
Phew.
Textbook.
Okay.
It really was. I was hoping for a big old... I'm going to let you know now, mechanically, if you had fucked up the environmental agencies or got up here first and been like, right, let's quickly get the UPBs and get out of here, that wave of oxygen, anybody using a laser pistol or anything like that, I would have set fire to it.
Instant death.
Lovely.
It would have basically been a big techno blast, big fireball everywhere, which would have then made the check go up. The drift engine, you had a chance of being spat back into prime space. The
That would have been fucking awful.
Yes.
artificial gravity engine would have gone one of two ways depending on the amount that you failed it by. If you'd have failed the check, you'd have gone to 0 gravity. If you'd have failed the check by 10 or more, you would have gone to double gravity. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
The other thing the drift engine would have done was destabilise the entire structure, meaning that if the gravity then kicks in or the anchor is falsely done, we have a cave-in and you have to escape. And yeah, you guys fucking nailed that.
Way.
You should be
40,000 up.
more
Damn.
than 40,000, you should be around 50,000 up.
Well, we had 4,000 from the first one, 15,000 from the second.
Oh, you didn't do the gravity one
We
because you
haven't
left it
done
there.
that. So the gravity's still there.
Yeah.
Are we leaving it here?
If we fuck with it, how fucked are we?
Well, I mean,
At this point,
Yeah.
it's the last system left.
yeah.
You no longer have to worry about the drift anchor.
Yeah.
So actually,
It's just on its
It,
own.
you could
Let's
just
do
easily.
it then.
okay,
Right.
the DC, the
Let's
DC
go.
for this is a lot lower because
I
it's
love
the
that.
last system
Beautiful.
left and
We
there's
love
no
that.
more danger
Love
left.
that shit.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's just go for
Shall we
it.
see if you need to even roll?
Yeah, fair. You
18. Oh,
So you're over 10?
Yeah.
Auto pass, auto pass.
well, I rolled a 10 plus 8.
yeah, so
Yeah.
pass, sorry, auto pass.
Not this time.
No, so that's.
Might as well computers. 11.
Oh
You said
no.
15 from the
yeah.
last one,
So
okay.
that's 4 so far.
Plus 4.
5 including
the bot,
the bot.
and then plus 2 for the kit.
Yeah.
So 7, and then plus my mod is 13, so it's 20.
Automatic pass. That's 10,000 UPBs.
All right.
Woo!
Now we're on
So
50,000.
that is 10,000 each. It's between 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
50k around the board for everyone.
Make sure you put that into your group chat though, because I'm not telling James.
No one tell him.
Cool.
Sorry, how much are we adding to our
On UPBs, 10,000.
10,000.
UPB?
Hot damn, we're rich.
for now.
We
With that-
strip this place clean.
Dave will come back across again, and it's just like the rocks are moving again, but they don't seem as erratic.
It's all right, Dave. We're on our way back.
Right.
We've stripped everything down.
You are now in 0G, by the way, so you would have to
Yeah.
like either use your boots or pull yourselves along, basically. Which shouldn't be too hard to do.
Cool. All right.
And with that,
Yep. We'll get back on the ship.
well played.
Very
I was
nice.
really hoping
It was
fuck that up.
a little dicey at one time, but we got there.
Really hoping for the cave in. To which end? And move some of these other way. What would you guys like to do now? As you make your way back to the ship, obviously, take control back over from your
Thank
automaton
you,
first mate.
Dave.
Yes.
You are welcome.
Did such a good job.
Thank you, Captain.
You're welcome, first mate.
Probably said a geeky. Just like any comms come through. Anything else?
No.
Any other issues?
Well, we've been here for the past 22 hours, nothing has come through, but again, we are in the drift. I expect when we reach pack space,
Yes.
that's when communications will probably come through.
All right.
Carry on back to Absalom.
Good old rest.
Ida gets back in the pilot seat.
God's sake, Ida. Now we've just got back. Well done, everyone. I think we've done a fucking good job.
Very good. Well done. Sorry for being Captain Buzzkill.
Hey,
Look at all this money we. I'm not saying that.
You know that corporate life that you were so afraid of?
Yeah. Oh god, the money changes you.
Fuck you, Desna. I'm all about the money. Just there in like motherboards, these tiny little like data chips and stuff, just like Silicon Valley.
Pouring them over.
Make a cocoon of cash.
Yeah. Carry on back to.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of your day is unimpeded, as technically it would have been 2.5 days travel back to it, but obviously you spent nearly a day here now. But you finish that, and you can have over the next sort of like 8 hours a long rest.
With that recharge, I assume.
Yeah, recharge your environmental stuff like that. And as we begin the second day's worth of travel, I do need a D100. Now, Ida rolled last time. Tamsin, you're quite lucky. Why don't you roll me a D100?
Lucky for you.
I know, it's great. Oh, wait, or do you want the guests to do it?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, guests do it.
Yeah?
Guests have a
the
D100.
Ah, you're going to have to go around there and use their dice. I can't be bothered to find any.
Do you want to use the ones that rolled
Go.
100 the other day?
Oh, Steve's on it.
God.
It's behind the screen as well, he can lie.
It's a Heinz 57.
Ooh. Oh, I didn't use
Yeah.
that. Beans.
There we go.
957.
57.
Your second day is unimpeded.
Yay.
You're absolutely fine as you make your way back. And then finally, on the last day, you got half a day's travel. I need one more D100, please.
Oh.
Go back again.
Oh.
Dave, I'm looking for less than 10.
Look for extreme end.
Yes.
I want less than 10%.
Either 100 or what?
63. It's not even nice.
Meh.
Okay,
It's most of the way there.
you guys make your way in no time at all.
Sailing
You see it. This large drift side of the Starstone reactor ebbing ahead of you. It's almost like you can see like an outline of like Absalom Station around it, but it's not quite real in this space. You power down the thrusters, and you're just like, whenever we're ready, we can head to Packrods.
No time like the present.
Yep.
Are you ready?
Engage!
Aye, aye, Captain.
Yep.
Cool. And it starts to thrum again, and from the engine room where I imagine Kaz is, you watch that like line of purple just start to spread out all over the ship again from the inside, and it gets to the nose and then comes back over the top. And through the view screen windows on the bridge, you just watch as that blue and purple clouds that roil those drift rocks and bubbles of different planar spaces all begin to fade away as stars that you would recognize as planets all begin to come into focus. However, we do turn up somewhere random in the Pact World, so I would like a D6, please.
Go on, Alex.
Go on.
You guys
Go
want
on.
to roll? That's a whiskey die.
Whiskey die. 4.
Oh. Alright.
Right next to Absalom Station.
Probably.
You're not far off.
Yeah.
You're really not far off.
You can roll more often.
No, I don't like it. Ruining it for me. Fucking big map at the front of the book. You turn up outside of Akaton,
Hey!
which is the next planet next to Absalom Station.
It's just over there.
It was a good
Take
spot
you about
to
another
be.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and as you like, you turn up next, it's like it's almost kind of like Mars in a way. It's like this like red sandiness to it. But there's like some cities on it. There is definitely traffic coming and going from it. And as you, re-enter, you can see Absalom Station. You can see the other planets of the Pact Worlds, and you can see the infosphere starting to blip, 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 all come up on those systems that you have all across your. And you say that.
Oh god.
As you guys arrive into the Pact Worlds, where you have been sending messages to, and they've been getting there at different times,
Yep.
comms start flashing for you.
Here we go.
Let's get into
What
it.
the fuck's happened in this time?
Okay,
Strap in.
first thing that comes up is for Kaz.
Oh no.
Oh no!
This is your
Oh
girlfriend. No, it's your girlfriend replying.
Yeah, but
She's
what-
not my girlfriend.
Genuinely,
That's Phil.
so I genuinely forgot to print them. So you guys okay if I read them out?
Yeah.
How fucking day.
Okay.
Of course it's fine.
A comm pops up.
Yep.
Yes, I'm alive.
Oh Christ, she replied.
Yes.
Oh
I
my.
never claimed not to be. I'm not sure who you are or how you got this comm number, but please identify yourself. K. ... I hope this is not some sick joke.
Come on, work it out, love.
F.
New data pad. Who dis?
Okay.
TJ,
Hi.
you get a barrage of messages.
Yes.
The first one is H for Histoki.
Yeah.
H for Histoki has picked up 146 followers.
Yeah.
There are comments over the first H for Histoki and over the flower that you put the picture of that says things like "Wake up! This is clearly a marketing ploy," or "The Histoki are alive." And there's loads of like contradicting, like some for one side and others that are saying it's obviously like a Dynatech
Yeah.
ploy. Then there are a barrage of them that come in from one source,
Ooh.
from Linda.
Linda.
The first one reads, "I just wanted to say thank you for signing the paperwork on our mutual living arrangements today.
Oh.
What is going on with you? You seemed off." The second one says, "You are to be terminated!" Exclamation point. How? Why? What's wrong with you? Have you asked the labs to look at you? Maybe they can fix something. The next one. "I don't know where you are, but that business with Bam Bam is strange. Company officials have been in the tower to clean up and to ask questions. What did you mean by remember Bam Bam?" The next one. "TJ, where are you? I'm scared."
Oh.
Oh dear. Poor Linda.
There have been more situations in the tower. Some Histoki have been going the same way as Bam Bam, and people are beginning to worry that something is wrong with our genetic creation.
Oh.
The company seems to think that we are all fine, but maybe some pathogen we aren't used to in our new creation and place in the world is causing issues. The next message. "A full few units have been recalled for safety concerns. A few of the companies that purchased units didn't feed them the allocated foods, and apparently this caused issues with the units and broke terms and conditions of unit usage. Legally, this is all above board, but I'm starting to question things. I was walking through the free markets the other day, and I smelled a good smell. And I tried a new food. It was incredible, Timothy. Incredible. But now I want more, and I don't think I'm supposed to. And will I be terminated for thinking outside of my parameters? ...
Yep.
Capital letters. Bolo. Bolo is dead."
No!
And I'm scared. I shared one of those new foods I'd been sneaking with him, and the next day he was dead. I don't know what to do. A few of the others have gone into hiding outside of the tower. Those who have been questioning their parameters have been taken in for testing and not seen since. and those that have stayed in the towers have been placed into quarantine, and units sold have been recalled. Where are you? I hope you're alive. I miss you, and I'm scared.
Oh.
And with that, we're going to go to break.
Oh!
We'll be back in about 10 minutes' time as we re-enter patch space. See you then, guys. Big thank you to Warrior Prints 3D for supporting the show. Warrior Prints 3D are your one-stop shop for any of your 3D printing needs. Tabletop miniatures, terrain, to cosplay, and anything else you can really think of, to be honest. Warrior Prints 3D are offering a 10% discount if you use exclusive code TOTHESTARS. That is TOTHESTARS, all one word, in their Etsy store. And hey, if there's something you can't find on the Etsy store, message them directly through Instagram at Warrior Prints 3D. And again, thank you for supporting the show. Hi, back. When we get Dave and Steve from over here for a second. Hey, boys. I'm all comfy.
Come on in!
Come on down.
Come say hi.
This is your life!
This is
Hello.
This is Dave. This is Steve
These are the
from Band of
badgers.
Badgers. Where can people find you guys?
Over there.
No. That way.
In the corner.
We're on that one up there with the little white light.
Yeah.
Don't touch it, that's it.
Video environment.
Stop it.
Because nobody can.
Yeah, usually it's like, well, I have to like bring them in like, no, I do use those ones for normal streams. Like when I'm painting, it's that one and stuff. But where can people find you?
YouTube.com/Band of Badgers.
All one word.
All one word.
Yeah.
Lowercase.
What kind of things do you guys do? Oh, let's make this conversation.
No, I'm really I want my cup of tea.
Did anybody make them a cup of tea?
Yes.
Yeah, Alex.
Yeah. We got a cup.
Over break.
No.
Right.
Slacking.
For fuck's sake.
Come on,
you thought?
Alex.
I genuinely will if.
I know you will if you genuinely want one. Ah, look at that, Tom's off for one.
Oh.
Do you want to grab the mugs?
Shutting the door.
Ah, okay.
Do you want to give us it?
Stuff there too.
Shut it up, fucking door. Right.
Oh, shut that door.
So, the stuff that we do, if you're interested, you're probably not, who cares? We do interviews, we do reviews, unboxings, we do live playthroughs of Pathfinder, D&D, and all kinds of stuff. And also, something that we do, which we don't shout out about it, but we should shout out about it, is that we support other streamers here in the UK like this. So we can get them a bigger audience, bigger community, hopefully big events that we can all do together, like our barbecue, Badger Con, and all the other stuff we've got going on.
That was good fun. It was a lot of fun that day. Yeah, that's Band of Badgers. They can fuck off back to their seats now. Off you fuck. Come on, Grandad, off you go. Back to me. This is my domain. No, please go check them out. So I had my first streaming experience with these guys.
On Scarlet City.
Scarlet Citadel, yeah. I played a guest player, which was River, yeah, who died at the end of that episode. And yeah, that was like my first foray into online TTRPGing, rather than just in a room with Tamsin or Jack and Alex in the end as well. And eventually Steph, who came to us, now also plays on Band of Badgers with the A Deadly Quest campaign run on their GM Creator Series, run by Ross, who is a really lovely dude who everyone should really go check out.
Very
And,
good GM.
Steph plays a fantastic character called Mrs. Bemble Mumble, who is a complete cunt.
She really is.
Wow.
She really is. If anybody had a wooden spoon and a big pot to stir, it's them.
It's just what I'm going to be like when I hit, I don't know, like 60.
And not far off that, right?
No, another year.
But yeah, please go check out Band of Badgers. The guys are awesome, and I think what's nice is you've always said about people is, you know, if you want to give it a go, give us a shout out and come join in. And yeah, the amount of people I think that you've given guest spots to that have either gone on to carry on doing campaigns with you guys or carried on to then do their own things. I think it's really, really cool. Yeah, that's where I did my first online stream, which then led to this kind of craziness, which is weird. You guys narrowly avoided death in that one with some phenomenal engineering work and some clever thinking about ways to get around these 4 systems that if you'd have done it wrong, that could have ended in a TPK, because the way that place would have collapsed could have left it with like really high gravity. It could have left you not moving. The very best scenario if the gravity had gone up is you had to strip off your armor and your equipment and try and hold your breath and get the hell out of there.
Bruce would have loved that.
Yeah, exactly. But you guys have come away with a decent share of UPBs. Obviously, UPBs are a universal polymer base. This is
God, TJ, how do you know this?
no, Steph. Why don't you know?
Yeah, that was Steph.
That was completely Steph. But it is a universal polymer basis. These are the building blocks of technology within the Starfinder universe. You're right there, Tamsin.
No, it was something I meant to bring up. It's something I meant to bring up. Now, I know that we've got 10,000 each.
Yes.
Okay. How much, though, does it cost to upgrade the ship?
It depends on what we're putting on.
Is it worth everyone giving up, say, 1,000 PB? So we have 9,000 instead of 10,000. So therefore, we've got 5,000 aside for the ship.
It could be.
So, something I would point out is if you take hit point damage or hull point damage to the ship, every hull point takes a certain amount of time and UPBs to repair.
So is it worth having if we sacrifice some UPBs for the general ship?
Yeah.
I will allow Jack to look that up because
Yeah.
I'm not like he already opened up the rulebook and I was
We'll
like,
get back to you.
Yeah.
But
In general
we'll take
cost,
into
I
account,
think
yeah.
it is worth everyone
it's great because he's like my
taking
rules lawyer.
a
So he
few
will
hours.
literally like, I start thinking, and he goes straight in the book and I'm like, fucking sick.
So most GMs, rules lawyers are their worst nightmare.
Love him.
You use the word.
Yeah, but like,
That's a great trick.
but this is actually something because Steve, you run a Pathfinder game, right?
Yeah.
With Paizo, what I find is that like they give you the tools for your character to go, okay, I need to beat a DC something check. Can I make this roll? Boom, I've done that. I passed the check. I get to do my medicine. I get to do my thing. Same with Starship Combat. They've got the ship. It's theirs. I don't need to know shit all about it. They've got all of the DCs and the sums to do it. So I fucking love that about Paizo. I think it's like one of these things where like they have more control about what's going on and set DCs. That I just go, cool. I'm running the bad guys and I'm running the world. I don't know if you found that with Abomination Vaults yet, or if it's still low enough level that that's not really come into play. Yeah, because I think with things, especially with like conditions, so like Fear 2, Fear 3, stuff like that. Obviously, again, they're like, okay, well, I've got Fear 3, which means I've got all of this, and they just run it. They just go, right, I've got a -3 to all of my rolls until next round's 2, and yeah, as a GM, you're like, ah, you deal with that. I'm doing this. I love it. But you guys have these universal polymer bases that allow you to repair your ship. They allow you to help in crafting things. They can also be used 1-for-1 credit to UPB. So they can act as a currency as well. So they're quite versatile. And some places will only accept UPBs because they are more versatile. Whereas other places will only accept credits. Some places will only accept raw materials like gold, platinum. So it's nice to have some different kind of currency on you.
And we do got those big old gold teeth now as well.
You do have some big old gold teeth
gold
now.
teeth.
Yeah.
Get them valued.
Yeah.
And I guess we must come back into the Pact Worlds as the drift engine begins to power down. Those comms come in, info spheres start popping up of like TV shows. You see billboards surrounding satellites near planets, shipping lanes, so much traffic from different planets all over the Pact Worlds. Pardon me. That there is a welcoming sight to this, whereas Kashoria was a little bit of traffic, and when you were in the Dachi system, there was nothing. Something about this just feels like home. What would you guys like to do?
Well, these two. Immediately, as soon as I've got all those messages come through, I'm writing a message back to Linda.
Okay.
Linda, I'm safe. I hope you are too. I miss you. I will find you. Please do not worry about the food. I've eaten many different foods and I am fine. These are lies that the company is telling us. We are not broken. We are Hastoki and you are perfect. Stay safe. I will come for you. And a gif of a cat on a skateboard.
Always follow that with that.
Yeah.
Love it.
Anybody else in this moment doing anything?
Looping back round to
I
the
might. Okay, leave me alone.
You text her. Can you just send for me?
What did I say, bro?
looping back round to the UPB thing.
Yep.
I think if we each give up 500 UPBs,
That should cover any repairs.
that should cover repairs and potentially any upgrades that we do, so that there's 2,500 for the ship. because it is 10 UPBs for every 1 point of damage over a 5 hour. So I think that is enough to cover.
Cool.
Yeah.
How do you do it? Do you just put it in stash or shared or?
Well, whoever's got the ship sheet may want to put the 2,000 or however much it was on there. You should be able to access it on your Hephaestus. And then you guys just mark your UPPs down by the allotted amount.
Say 500.
500.
Yep.
So we have 9,500
Goodies
each.
way.
Okay, so that goes off to Linda. Anybody else in this moment doing anything?
On,
No, sorry.
You go, you go, you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Bring up the chat with Felina.
Yep.
Um,
Would you like me to reiterate what she said?
no, sorry. I got the gist. I'm just trying to figure out how to start it.
Like the Cure's on in the background, there's just like backcombed hair.
he's in the dark back corner with a candle, lights turned off.
Just listening to the Twilight soundtrack.
Cats are too cool for the Twilight soundtrack.
No one's too cool for the Twilight soundtrack.
Yes, they are.
Felina, it's me.
I know what you are.
Prove it you sent nudes.
I'm not afraid.
You should be.
It's dangerous. So sorry.
God fucking
Never reveals anything from
can't
that
do it.
story. As soon as he does, the women just rip the man down for showing any emotion. They get their talent out and they claw into the vulnerable man because that's what equality is these days.
Yes, it is.
Right, here's my fucking message. Right.
Still got them tits.
After what happened, you should be dead, but you're not. You should be dead. Where's the best place to meet outside of Keydale? And I'll explain more then. And I'll put -K at the end again.
That one's fine, hyphen. Okay.
Alright.
And in this moment, what else? Anybody else doing anything? Ida's like, where am I flying to?
Before we do, I would like to just look up news articles and stuff about us leaving. What is the general vibe? What do the public know? And how might we be perceived? Like, are our faces plastered everywhere and everyone's going to go, look? Or does nobody know what's going on?
Okay, so we are checking the infospheres
King
for
of
information.
Google!
This is going to be a computers check.
Oh, that
Can I help
strong
with that?
suit I
Because
have.
Anybody
the
can
same.
help. You also obviously remember, ship can aid you in this as well as Geeky.
Okay.
Mine's an auto
Yes,
pass anyway,
please.
so
So that's a +2 from the ship.
I think Kaz's busy.
Yeah, that's a +1 from Geeky. So that's +3 from the ship and Geeky.
Okay.
+2 from TJ.
+5.
5.
Ida will aid you. He has a plus forever in computer, so we'll get the automatic pass.
So
Honestly, it's like 15s and 12s.
So 25?
Okay. There was a news report a few weeks back about another incident at Dynatech Towers where it had to go into lockdown, where somebody violently stole company property as well as killing several people on the way out. Didn't release any names. There's been less marketing for you as a company face. It's just been like, you can see whereas before there were like posters of you and stuff like that, but they're starting to be replaced and these like billboard things are starting to change. There was the major release of the Hastoki and this news report that had you guys and TJ in there, yet that's now buried underneath other news reports, and it's like very much like overwhelm the media with other things so that that one's forgotten. And now there is a recall notice out that is being kept quite quiet, but it is still being put out to the public on certain unit numbers that have been sold, and basically saying recall the units. We'll either refund you or we will replace the units on the Hasto key. You're not seeing news reports on you guys vote.
Okay.
What are the numbers of the recall?
Okay, you're not seeing data from the company here. You're seeing like media from the infosphere. So you're not seeing like how many are being
But like,
recalled.
what's like the sort of designation?
They're like batch numbers.
Yeah.
Nothing that you would personally know, I don't think, because you weren't part of a batch that was. You've not been part of a batch that was sold, but you are seeing like there's maybe like a list of numbers, maybe like 10 or 12 long, whether that relates to how many units are from those batches, or if it's just 12 batches, or if it's like 50 units per batch. You don't know. Yeah.
Well,
Pretty clear, I think.
Did Mallard and Gene Poach head this way?
I think they were.
They said they were going
They
to.
said they'd meet us here,
Should
didn't they?
we?
Can do,
Check
yeah.
in.
Yeah.
Do
Yeah.
we also want to message Chiskisk and Historia
Oh yes, if they've got
and
our
make sure
probably
they've got our
will.
messages and the information, and if not, get it to them as soon as possible.
Do you want to do Mallard? I'll do just
Sure.
You have to give me words.
Hey guys, just arrived back at Absalom Station. Checking in. How is everything?
D6, please.
3. Lamp is on as well.
Well, I mean, technically, it's been 3 days because of your extra day fucking around trying to. You right there, mate? Having a little fun with that moth?
Mothman.
That's how long it would have taken them to get back.
Cool.
Cool. So I will respond to that one when it is appropriate. So, hey guys, just arrived back at Absalom.
Checking in. How are you both? Anything we need to be aware of? Kiss.
Oh.
Kiss. And you're sending one to Chiskisk and Historia.
Historia, and it will just be back in the pact. Did you get my texts? Back in the pact.
Need somewhere safe.
Anywhere safe you know of, we can hang. Kiss. Gif of a cat on a skateboard.
Kiss, gif.
Kiss gif.
Okay, so let's
kiss.
work out
Kiss,
a few
kiss,
things
kiss,
first. Kaz,
Hello.
very quickly,
Oh, Jesus. Yep. Okay.
a message would come back. We survived, you died. We buried you.
Is it?
Fuck.
There's more, I'm trying to work it out.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know if this is some kind of joke or a test. But as far as I'm concerned, K, and it's in capitals, is dead. Where would you like to meet? Where are you now?
shit, not bad. Okay.
You can take time to think about that.
Just give me a couple minutes. Continue.
We'll all sit in silence and wait.
No, you won't.
A gif of a dog eating an ice cream.
I love her so much.
Then in fancy, like italic common, it's just like you're alive. I'm in hiding on Absalom Station. Where are you?
I'm just gonna reply with coming home. more to follow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, following Roos's lead, because apparently that's what you do, I'm gonna put kiss.
Oh,
A message will come back straight away. Do not go back to the tower. Are you cross with me?
Oh! I'm
X
gonna-
question mark.
Never. It's a thing. I'll explain later.
I heard last one had like a penguin falling over.
Okay, and then because she's mixing it up, I'm gonna send back a gif of a capybara on a surfboard.
Cool. Did you send that to Mallard or Jean?
Both.
So you sent it to both.
Parting.
Okay, cool. Mallard responds. There is a message that would say, just come out of the drift. We are by Triaxis, going to have to navigate back to Absalom. We're heading there. Where are you heading?
Where are we heading? The node? Oh, we
Well-
need to find out where we're going to hide out.
hopefully Historia will give us like a safe house or something, and we can. Because I don't know, I can't go back to anywhere.
No,
Other
it
than
turns
the
out.
ship.
Turns out I can't either.
Oh,
No, my tower's in quarantine.
oh,
It's all kicked off.
that's.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, and I'll kind of give you the Spark Notes version of this. Yeah, Dynatech has basically been. You know what happened to my friend Bam Bam?
Yes, you said he exploded.
Well, I've been getting a load of messages from Linda, and it's been happening to other Hostoki, like Bolo Willie, single tear rolls down the
Aw.
cheek. And some of them have run and gone into hiding, but they're saying that it's because we haven't been eating the right food, or there's a pathogen or something, and they've shut down the tower.
Well, I did find all these recall notices from Dynatech, so. I mean, how did Bam Bam ban?
I only saw the after Bam. So that's a really awful thing to say, isn't it? Such an awful mental image.
The after.
The after Bam.
I just still see this like. Do you remember like the tunnel being like this like
Yeah, just
slow
all
goop?
over the walls.
I
I
mean-
took photos.
I mean, you've done medical scans on TJ. Like, there
Correct.
isn't like an explosive device in him or anything.
I
or,
couldn't find anything that would suggest that TJ is at all mechanical or AI or whatever.
We didn't find any trackers or
They're
anything.
completely organic.
And I've been eating other foods that aren't Stokey, fine, and haven't had any problems, I don't think.
Do you think it's something in your genetic code that your creators, scientists made that you react like an acid and a base together, and you go and fizz up.
I'm a little busy. I have been feeling very tingly lately,
Maybe you shouldn't eat acidic foods.
but I've been feeling really tingly. Why is that? Am I gonna bam?
Oh,
You know, in
Do we need to
the
put you-
Fallout series, it's like it's gonna explode.
I think that Dynatech discovered that Bam Bam was getting a little too out of his coding, and they might have implanted him with something, hoping that he would
But I mean, that
come back to normal, and he didn't. And that's
seems like a lot of effort to go and implant stuff constantly into there must be like some sort of fail-safe that they've built in. Sorry.
No, it's all right. It's good.
I mean-
it's good chat.
given the lack of care that they have for the Stokie, I wouldn't put it past them.
No, I mean it from a kind of logistic point of view, not an ethical point of view.
Oh, there are no
But-
ethics there.
I know.
They have a vast.
I am
amount of
finding that out.
Mm.
But I mean, like, you imagine they're just like, oh, there is a rogue Histoki. You could either send someone to just shoot them. I mean, we met the lizard guy and the
The Vescom
The
Drow.
the drow.
Wonderful storybook, that one.
Yeah, the best of the drow. But I
They were not good people. They were very much not good people.
If they were going to take out individuals, surely they get people like that to take out Hastoki, not have them just explode.
No, but here's the thing: we're not people.
I think they were giving Bam Bam a chance not to continue on the path that the Bam Bam was going on. And then when Bam Bam continued going down that path, that was going, no, let's abort that one. Clearly a failure.
Well, when I applied for non-termination, you both saw how it was just a non-starter. It was absolutely not going to happen. It was... I'd been showing too much personality and individualism to continue. And when I went down to see Timothy and Joanne, there was no discussing. I thought foolishly maybe that some scientific experimentation might be in their interest for, the living side of things, but they just wanted to slice and dice me.
Okay. It's the logistics of how they're doing this. I understand, there's no ethics, and I understand that, and I'm sorry that this has happened to you, and it is horrible and awful, but you had that one you didn't like, the fat one.
Oh shit.
Do
That's
you,
20. Awesome, thank you.
do you
What have
think
you done, Steve?
What have I
you done?
done?
Jenkins is...
FYI, that's the campaign dice.
or Jenkins is working for the company and somehow getting something to the Hastoki. He's given an order, go to this one and feed them or do something.
But he's eating all the food.
Maybe that's how he gets all the food.
Storing it in his...
You get a comm midway through this conversation, and it isn't. Your ship is being hailed.
Oh! Who dis?
Yes.
It has a Starfinder signature.
Okay.
That's good.
But still, who dis?
Ida is like,
It's alright, hopefully good, guys. Is it like a comm that's come through?
it's coming through, you have to
Is it on a
accept it.
private channel?
Well, there's only been a few people contact the ship since you changed its name and designation.
I'm gonna Riker it. I'm gonna turn my chair and Riker and open.
I love how
comms.
small you are, and you're just like,
Pump the chair up.
activate the comm, accept the hail, and on the screen in front of you, shing, across all of the view screens, you see 3 individuals. 2 of them, you know. You see Chiskisk, this Shirin Starfinder, with this large headdress and a holographic Starfinder badge. Essentially, it's like a holographic tattoo above their head. You see Historia 7, this android female with this bright blue hair, and then they've got these Lashunta makeshift antennas that has another data screen above it with these ley lines that go through her skin. And then you see somebody that you don't necessarily recognize, but you can give me a culture check. You will have a +5 to this since you are a member
Oh, jeez.
of the Starfinder Society.
Oh, yeah. That's fine. Okay.
God, you're the only one now.
Yep. The last one. Okay. So +5 on top of what I have already. So that's a 24.
24. This is just get the name completely right. Very, very strange to you because this is Luwazi Elsibo. This is the current first seeker of the Starfinders. They are the head of the society.
Okay.
Chiskisk speaks first. I'm glad to see that you have made it back safely to the Pact World systems. Yes, we have somewhere for you to dock, we have somewhere for you to stay before you are found out about being here. We've received your messages so far and have many questions for you as well as informational updates for you. Historia 7 then speaks up. Yes, please. Agent Wren has returned to us with much of the evidence that we were looking for with just Kashoria alone. The data files would like to meet with you, as well as. And this lady, she is dark-skinned with this curly, very voluminous hair. She seems to wear a red black breastplate with a Starfinder symbol emblazoned into it. Very charismatic looking individual. I am Luwazi Elsibo. I am the first seeker and it seems like you have been doing fantastic work on behalf of the Starfinders and in the shadows. If Historia 7 and Chiskis believe in you, I too would like to be there to meet you if it would suit.
Be alright to meet, yeah.
Indeed, it would be an honour.
She smiles, and Chiskis, if you let them know where, I will make my way with Ren now, and I will assume see you both there. Chiskisk, yes, Versika, and Elsibo blinks off the screen, leaving just Chiskisk and Historia 7. Historia, I cannot thank you enough. The election is very close now. We are looking at a week's time.
Okay.
However, Zano's campaign has been gaining a lot of traction even within the Starfinder. She offers many... Well, they offer many different positive outlooks to especially the younger, newer members of the Starfinder Society. Obviously, what you have given to Agent Ren, what you have shown us, and also the information that we've got back from you, although not really usable yet, if you have that camera footage, we can access that and use it. We have tried to put out fires where we can in regards to yourselves. Sorry we couldn't get equipment out to you, but you would have beat us to it there, and Agent Ren speaks highly of your capabilities in the field. I'm very sorry to hear about Vorag's loss, or your loss with Vorag.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
If you have his Starfinder badge, we can add it to the Memorial Garden. Yes, it is good to see that the Starfinders return, and also that those of you who would have taken this mission while not being Starfinders have also come back.
On that,
Yes, Calyx.
I mean, we find ourselves in maybe a bit of a situation with Dynatech.
Yes,
and,
you are. We are very aware of the situation.
Yes. I'd like to petition to join the Starfinders. For all that we have done for the Starfinders and the protection that you would potentially offer us, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. We are in trouble, and I think we have proven ourselves enough and worked and done enough for you that it's a reasonable request.
You see, like this, the antennae, like kind of like shift slightly, and there's like a facial movement with Chiskisk. I'm sending you the coordinates now of a safe house, and of a docking station within the spike. If you take the Orion's Hope there, Agent Ren will meet you and take you to his safe house. There, myself, Historia 7, and Elsibo will meet you. We'll discuss it further there, Calyx. But I agree. I would like to see you indoctrinated into the Starfinders, if possible.
That was a word.
A pretty intense word.
I was like, I'm not saying this out loud, but when they say indoctrination, I'm just like,
I am psychic,
okay.
and indoctrination it is. Hazing.
Oh shit.
And they send across some coordinates over this private channel that you have with them.
I need to reply to Mark.
That's up to you if you want to.
I'll just say simply, destination yet to be confirmed. Let us know when you reach Absalom Station. We'll be in touch.
And there's just a...
Kiss, kiss.
Send nudes.
It just says, sure thing, boss.
Send a picture of tail feathers.
Yeah.
With Historia 7, she's like, that is all from me. I will see you in the safe house. Chiskisk. Is there anything else that we need to know at this point?
Rena Constantine
Right.
reached out.
That's a name.
Yep, via a private encrypted channel with Epo and Neymar while we were on Kashuria. They were not sure of us as a group didn't quite believe what they'd been hearing from Dynatech. They do want to talk to us. We feel that maybe they might have potentially morals more aligned with our own than the big D.
Okay, I will make sure that First Seeker and Historia 7 is aware of this before. They are briefed before contact is made with us all. Otherwise, head to the docking bay, head to the location, and we will see you there.
Cool. See you later, baby cakes.
I do not like that. It is Chiskisk.
I was trying something out. No worries about that. Apologies.
Let's not.
I'm sorry about him.
It's fine.
Trying new things.
Good.
Sometimes they don't work.
Trying new things is but human.
I'm not human.
We'll see. Chiskisk out.
What did that mean? Scan me.
And you guys are
Human
left
DNA?
on the bridge of the Orion.
Indoctrination? I'm sorry, I hope you don't mind that I asked. I mean, obviously, it's not like if you guys want to join, but like...
If I
I
can, would like to.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Roos.
I mean, sure.
Get a
What's
cool
that?
badge like Kaz.
Yeah.
I
No,
owe
we can
you
all
a
be
beer
stuck
for that one. That's my name for
You
it.
tell me what you guys are doing.
Well, shall we follow the coordinates?
Yep.
Get docked up.
Let's get
Just
docking.
quickly,
Oh.
before we go to where we're going,
Mm.
should we mention the name Gene
Gene Poach.
I think
to
it's worth it.
Pathfinders? Have you known?
I think it's.
Yeah.
I think it's a good thing to say. I think
May as well.
full transparency might give us a few more ins and insights.
We have to put our faith somewhere. And we've already started with the Starfinders. We may as well continue.
Eda is like, speaking as a pirate, do you think I'm going to be alright here?
Yeah, we'll vouch for you.
Probably the big horned helmet might be a bit of a thing.
I am not taking this off again.
Maybe just kind of keep the piracy thing a bit under wraps.
They say that Ren that we met is going to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. And with that, I assume you guys are heading to Absalom.
Yeah.
Is it possible
Absolutely.
to ask G33 to maybe mask us in some way? I don't know.
We've already changed all our
Yeah, I
shit and
know,
everything,
but
so
still,
we're
like,
figuring out as smart as we
still
can
worried.
I mean, it can't hurt, right? Look.
G33 would be like, we have done all we can to change the designation and the essentially digital tracking of this ship. Unless they had what we did when we entered the drift last time ready to them, they won't know it's us. This is not the only one of these vessels in the galaxy universe system.
And I don't think they can really do much to us outside that building.
Give me a culture
They
check.
still...
Is this lowered for my corporate agent thing?
Yeah. It's by 5, isn't it?
Missed the train by 5. Okay. 15.
They still sent people after us, so they can reach us
But
outside.
they didn't actively chase us. So there's only so far they can go, I believe. Possibly. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still...
I feel like if they wanted us, they would have just come. Regardless. So.
Doesn't mean they're not doing stuff.
No, of course.
What was your
I
roll?
rolled a 15.
A 15. I mean, when you were working inside the building constantly, they were the world, they were the law, they were, judge, jury, and executioner. They were everything. I am the law. And now, as you're seeing outside, especially from a media point of view, and that spin that you've always had to put on things, obviously, there's a big difference between reality and what people are shown. Yeah, they might not be showing any active involvement outside of the building because you've heard them say we can't just send the militia, we can't just, send our defense teams anywhere, and we can't just act on that. Yet you've met Nigel and this drow who were acting on behalf of the company with what is essentially a warrant to reclaim property. So there has to be some legalities that they must follow with station law, politics, and yet there must be grey areas in which they can act upon. The fact that you guys haven't been like, you know, publicly hung out to dry in the media, especially a Starfinder at the moment, with them wanting a better place within the Starfinder Society with this election coming up for the first Seeker, with Calyx the poster boy, whether that's because it'd be bad publicity or whether that would be something else, you're unsure, but yeah, I mean, they're not acting outside of the building openly.
Yeah. There's obviously undercurrents, but they are a corporation, not the law.
That's all I can feel.
So that we do have a little bit of stuff on our side. And I mean, if they were the absolute power, our faces would be plastered everywhere. There would be a smear campaign against you for starters, no doubt about that. Kaz's records would probably have been unearthed and plastered everywhere. I'd have probably been dehumanized even more than I am now. I mean, they think you're dead, so that's
exactly.
fine.
And this is the other thing. They think you're dead. You've been in hiding for a few years, and they haven't found you. Yet what you're hearing and what you asked with, like, where's the rest of DT-14, they're either dead or you know, that vision you saw of Sephirin, that last member, murdered. Whether that was a freak coincidence or if somebody was tracking down those team members.
I don't think we can keep viewing them as this all-powerful I think we are right to be frightened of them, we are right to be cautious of them.
Yep.
But we should also bear in mind that there are things that we have been doing and can do.
They're not stopping us from doing anything, really.
I know,
I know you're
just
worried
want,
about it.
yeah, I know, I just don't, not draw attention to ourselves if we can help it.
Oh, of course, I absolutely agree with that. But I think we
delete
don't.
that selfie then, okay.
I think we shouldn't.
Just every one of them asleep in their beds, and you're like,
we shouldn't tiptoe as much as perhaps you think we should. Most of the time, yes, tiptoe where we can, but
quite aware now that I am probably the only decimal walking around here that isn't attached to a machine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes me stand out a little bit.
Just make
We've
sure.
got your makeup. We can get you a hat.
Not sure what I can make myself look like.
We can help.
Maybe. Anyway. And just Calyx is just going to fidget nervously the entire rest of the
Oh,
time.
for goodness sake, Kate, let's get a salad.
from
Alright, I will. Fine. And I will,
with the donuts.
I will storm off to the kitchen.
Teenagers.
I am not going to have this from you. I am nervous and worried. Fuck you.
Calyx is on one. It only takes a few more hours. Like, it's going to take 6 or so hours to get from Akaton to Absalom Station. You have the coordinates. You can't miss it at this proximity. Like, Absalom Station is, 5 miles wide. It is brimming with life. More life than you've seen in a good few weeks. You move the ship, or Eden pilots the ship, to the Armada, this fleet of vessels like a sea around Absalom Station. Some of it is a permanent fixture where people live. Other ones, it's like people that come into ship, and that moth was like right all up in my business. They're like shipping lanes or different parts of it, but it's like it's called the Armada because it's like a ring of vessels outside. Very easy to fly across it, and then you get these coordinates, and it's almost like diving down beneath the Armada until you see like the spike. This is where the Starstone reactor obviously is based out of, but also the more desolate area of Absalom Station, the poverty-stricken areas. Like, your home is in the spike. So is also this facility that you're looking for. You guys have been in the spike before. You went down into one of the maintenance areas in the junkyards, and actually what you're seeing now is this place that you're going to go dock with is actually it's like a maintenance bay that is by one of the junkyards, and actually you get the sense that this would be where some scraps are probably taken away to places like Akaton, where there is huge junk piles within Akaton that the Yosoki love to tinker with. So a lot of the scrap is taken there. And this particular docking bay, it's quite small. You can just about pilot the Hope into there. As you go past those ray shields, you see standing just by one of the hangar bay doors, in a red leather jacket,
Oh, Ren.
in armour with a white mohawk,
Ah.
just smiling gently.
Space Wanker!
He can't see you from there through the window. And you like begin to like pull in, just gives you a little 2-finger salute and waits for you guys to park the ship up basically.
Can I respond to Felina
You absolutely
as
can.
we're sort of coming in? The text will be,
New phone, who dis?
that is not what I experienced. This is not a test. I'm in Absalom Station. Contact me when you arrive. Vid call me if you can, so I know it is you. If you wish to kill or harm me, or are ordered by the higher-ups to do so, don't bother.
Good work.
-K.
Kiss.
You guys land the ship, begin to power everything down. What would you like to do in this moment?
Get packed up, take all your things.
Get ready to go, get rations.
Dave, you're in charge, buddy.
Good, Dave.
Geeky, everything all right?
Yes.
We're all packed up, all good.
Everything is as you have done. I have merely assisted in anything that I can do.
Just doing checks.
Obviously, I am wary being back here. I don't wish to be found. But I suppose neither do you. Like the same.
I think you'll be fine, Geeky.
I suppose if things go wrong, you could hide in the Armada for a bit.
If you give me permission, I will.
Just give us a heads up if you need to move.
Very well. If you give me permission, I will absolutely move if I need to. What is to happen to your first mate?
Dave.
Uh,
Dave's in charge.
No, Dave
no,
isn't in
he's
charge.
not in charge.
G33 is in charge of the ship for the moment.
Did you hear that, Dave? Yes. But did I listen?
Because we're sitting next to each other, I'm going to whisper to Dave, Geeky's technically in charge, but in my heart, you're in charge.
Oh,
Fuck, it's going to be so dangerous at some point. Isn't it?
oh my god.
Okay.
Who's going to take over the ship?
He's going to like try and fly it, and it's going to go wrong.
I mean, is he still strapped to the side of the chair at this point? You like not released him. He's still like
Please leave him
seatbelted to it.
strapped there.
But Dave, you do have to do what Geeky suggests you do.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave. Let's see.
Okay.
He's fine. I'll unstrap him.
No.
You can't leave him strapped there the
Look,
whole
don't
time
worry.
we're gone.
Instantly, because he's been there for a few days, he's like instantly hoovering.
See, he's fine. He's got stuff to do.
Ida and I will make sure any protocols are put on in place in the near future. For now, it'll be fine.
Gotta catch me first, wanker.
You can't make that face. You were gonna like take an anchor and have gravity destroy us all.
If a robot tube could smile.
Hey,
Dave is fine.
you've got money now, and we could
Can I
use
have
this.
money?
I give him 100 UPBs.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna make a note
What
of
is he
that.
going to do with that?
Dave is going to become like
How do you give Dave the
you know.
UPBs?
What format are they in?
So they're like, did you say they're like silicon chips basically? Like there's a mix of like some that are like motherboards, some that are like these like data chips, but like they're just different universal polymer bases.
I mean, TJ has very little concept of money or what it is, so he's just gonna like just give him like in his little claw hand, put
Okay, so he's got like a pincer that can't hold them. So like it holds like 2 of them, and the rest just like 52 card pick up.
I'll put them on top of like the table or something. Those are for you, Dave.
Thank you.
Don't throw them away. They're just yours. Okay?
Thank you.
I'm gonna have to write that code soon.
Please.
Okay, 100 UPVs, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, we should probably
Right.
go and see Ren.
I think we're wasting time here
Yeah.
now.
Yep.
We don't want to do what we want to do.
See Ren. Hi, Ren.
And as you like step down the back ramp, obviously now down a crewmate. Not that Ren knows this yet, but like smiling and it's just like, oh, it's good to see you all again. Welcome back to Absalom Station. It's been a long, well, I've been here about a week, but it's been a long time since I've been here. Probably a lot longer than since when you guys last left. But it's good to see you. I'm glad you, I hope you found what you were looking for, Caelix.
I think so.
He smiles. He's got these like bright green eyes.
Oh. Yeah, I think we got what we were looking for, and I think I found what I wanted. I think. I don't know.
Still don't know.
We'll figure this out.
Yeah.
It's in progress.
To be announced. That's what they say, right?
Sure thing, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How the rest of you doing?
Oh, yeah, so.
There's a lot of information flying about. I don't know what to do with it.
Well, luckily, as a data file, information is kind of my thing. So,
Yeah, I always forget that that's what you do.
data jockey. So feel free to offload at any time. But there's some pretty big names that want to meet you guys. So,
We've
Who
heard.
wouldn't?
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not used to hosting, especially people like the First Seeker. I mean, I'm quite used to Historia 7 by this point, but only really through communications. But yeah, First Seeker is quite quite a name.
Is it?
Yep.
I've not met her before, but she's the head of the Starfinder Society, and the fact that she's in my safe house, really wish they'd cleaned up a little bit.
Do you want to borrow Dave?
No. Dave's happy where he is. You don't want Dave.
I'm sure she'll like it regardless.
If I'm being honest, I'm not really all that bothered, but it's quite a big thing if she is coming to meet you. That's
Well, give us the tour then.
the lower guts of Absalom Station. There's not really much of a tour to be had. Skell can come. He like looks towards the
I'm
ramp
not
on the ship.
Sure where she is.
She's gone on her own journey, I believe.
Oh,
We lost her.
like Vorag lost her.
No.
No, we don't think so.
Possibly
We
a
don't
different plane.
She left
Okay.
most of her gear.
We'll catch up later. I'm sorry to hear that, but and yeah, begins to like lead you out of this hangar. And this place is quite grimy, especially compared to like that first hangar that you were brought into after the Daxi mission, which was immaculate and had like a sound stage and all of this like TV gear in there. You've been to like Docking Bay 23, where you had the Zephyr parked up for ages, where it was not the cleanest, but it still was quite nice compared to this shithole. And it literally is like these metallic walls that are mostly rusted, and there's like oil seeping down them from vents, and you can see like a light flickering in the corner. This is pretty an unassuming and dirty place, and you can smell like oils and, for lack of a better word, like the liquids and juices that you would find in the bottom of a scrap pile. It smells quite strongly of that here. You're led out of this hangar bay and into what seems to be like some kind of maintenance corridor. This maintenance corridor is, again, there's like steam rising in places. It's very humid. It's almost like wet floors as you like walk down. They echo with each step. There are the odd people. Maybe there's like somebody in like a half respirator who's like just welding a patch of wall, or people like with like big hover carts of different like scrap from ships or from different constructs, moving them about. But it's still nowhere near as busy as the free markets, as you know, the Ring, the upper levels of the Spike. Every now and again, you will see like station security. They look bored, or they look like they're in the shit end of the stick. You know, they really, you know, they're not got the best positions down here. You're kept on the same floor. He leads you maybe 20 minutes walking through this like nexus of corridors and different places until you come upon this unassuming door. It just looks like another maintenance entrance to either one of the bulkheads or one of the other areas within this poorer area, this district of Absalom Station. Perception checks from everybody, please. That was the ooh of a nat 20 over there. Bruce?
17.
17?
Also 17.
Felix?
31 or 29.
On it.
31. Oh, yeah, so
Natural.
this is a visual based one, but it's
Yeah.
within 60 feet. So
Okay,
31.
so 31.
31.
31, guys. Okay, so the first thing that you guys don't really see anything. This is very unassuming. It's just like there's like sometimes there's bits of graffiti and stuff on the walls, but there is one bit of graffiti that you guys notice where there is a maybe it's like an older piece of graffiti that is starting to like really like peel away the paint, like the grime is starting to eat back at it and it's starting to erode. But there is a Lashunta woman in a very like pin-up pose riding the side of a starship that has been placed on one of the walls near this door. But you just make out that in her star-filled eyes, one of them is a Starfinder badge.
Nice.
And Ren is just like, "Aye, well, this is home, not so sweet fucking home." And he swipes on the door pad, and there is a moment where it goes like it's failed, and then it changes to green. It goes ding, and the door opens, and inside seems like a lot more of a cleaner area as Ren steps through first, taking off his jacket and like throwing it onto something on the side. Well, I've got them here for you, and it's up to you guys if you want to head on in.
I think so.
Yep.
Yep. Go right on in. Go right on in.
Yep.
Check
Okay.
out his pad.
As you enter into
Disco ball.
not quite, but
Two disco
Got it.
balls.
Mirrored ceilings.
Has anyone got a black light? Like, oh my fuck.
it's actually a very clean space. What you see here is somebody has built a habitat of some kind within this really rundown, grimy section of Bulkhead. There is the room you come into is a very functional room. It's mostly made of like greys, like light greys and dark greys kind of colours, where beams and stuff are clearly part of the Bulkhead architecture, but also they've been used to utilise things like workspaces of like tech benches.
Such a brutalist architecture.
It is very brutalist architecture, and you can see that as you come in, Ren has thrown
Intentionally
his jacket onto a small side there where there is like a digital key card of some kind. There is a couple of weapons. There'll be like a vibro knife, and then like you can see like he wasn't wearing his weapons, but his sword and his two pistols are on there. His jacket had the Starfinder badge on anyway. There is a large, almost kind of like your home, where there's this like floating island table in the middle between these pillars, but on there are little screens that give up holographic displays. You do see your faces coming up every now and again as three people seem to be teaming, like reeling through certain bits of data. One of them is an android woman with blue hair and these antennae, clearly Historia 7. The other one is a Shirin Starfinder, not wearing like armor or anything like that. They're just wearing like office clothes. But this is like Chiskisk. And then you see,
Business.
very much so,
Bizkiss.
and then you see a dark-skinned, very confident-looking female human who you saw in this video, who is sort of like half leaning in a very kind of cool way. For me, you know, someone's got that exudes that charisma that's just
Yeah.
like, I can lean, but I've got the authority to lean. And they're like talking, and as you walk in, and Ren's like, oh, I've got them for you. They all stop talking and they look towards you as these three individuals from the Starfinder Society, look up. Historia and Chiskis remain quiet, and you can see they're waiting as Elsibo stands up a bit straighter. It is nice to finally meet you all. As I said earlier, I am Loazio Elisibo, or Elsibo, I can never say it properly. I am First Seeker of the Starfinder Society, and I believe I owe you all my thanks.
I mean, the election hasn't happened yet, but hopefully it goes in the right direction. Well,
Rules. Company.
I bet.
Even without the election, without anything coming up, for working on behalf of Historia and the data files and Chiskis, who is one of my prized officers here, you've taken on a task which you didn't have to. You have done work for us that we would not expect you to do, and you had every right to turn down. Calyx, your home. TJ, this whole business as to whether or not you are a living being. Roos, someone who is running from Dynatech and has gone back into the fray. As I understand, Ida, and she looks at Ren, and Ren like nods. Maybe a bit of a auspicious past, but still one that came in useful, helping bring about the truth for us to know.
that's very true.
And Skelken's not currently with the party. We may have to go looking for her. Apparently there might be some planar interference happening with her. Looks at Historia. I will have a look into it. If you can fill me in after this meeting on the data required, I will see if there's anything within the cortex that I can find that may be relevant. But, and if you don't mind, First Seeker, please. Obviously, we got your transmissions, but that is all inadmissible evidence. We need the download.
There you go.
Doesn't even hesitate. Just, are you happy with us to?
Oh, download everything you need.
Ren's like, hang on a second, and he comes over before they can touch the consoles, and he like starts like opening them up, like he didn't want them to touch it, and it's very like, give me a sense motive check.
Okay.
Everybody else, give me a perception check, please.
He wants a promotion.
$25 for me, perception.
23.
23. So 25, 23.
25.
28.
29.
Okay, it's more that he doesn't want them fucking his shit up. He is just like, I'm very, very particular about the way his setup works, and he is just like, before like they go like jacking into anywhere, he's like, nope, nope, and he's just like pulling out the right cables for them to get into. A little sense of not quite OCD, but very particular in this space, like it's his space.
Kaz does that.
Hey, wait a minute.
And he just smiles. He's like, I'm aware, but it keeps things running properly if I make sure that everything's in the right place. And Loazzi just smiles. Chiskis doesn't say a word, and Historia 7 doesn't seem to even bat an eyelid. And they begin to plug that in and download it in between.
You might want to fast forward through all the footage of my friend sleeping, but there's
What?
I'm sorry.
what? No, nothing.
I knew you were up to no good, TJ. God damn it.
Interesting.
Is
I'm
it?
learning.
About sleeping.
Yeah, because you all do it differently. It's really fascinating.
Nothing happens.
No, but it does though. Because Calyx is a very still sleeper, and Kazia sort of get all frowny. Roos is like a sprawler.
That tracks.
Skelka, really loud snorer. Yeah, I haven't got much on Ida yet.
Yeah,
Alright,
got
it.
Ah.
So I guess while this, and Historia is saying this, while this all download, and we send this to the Cortex to verify, but also to get ready to potentially be used and sent to the stewards and to proper officials. And she stops for a second, and Lawazi steps in. I would like to know your own personal thoughts on what you've experienced with Dynatech so far, with being on Kashoria, and with your emotional state of things. How this has all impacted you, how this has come about, and how you feel. And there is a pause and a sense motive check from you all, please.
It sounds like Ian trying to look for our weaknesses.
No, I would
I'm
ask you for
joking.
this.
I know.
Can you tell me, Tamsin? I don't mean
Yeah.
like Calyx. I mean, Tamsin,
what
what
I
is one of your
deep-
greatest insecurities?
Myself.
Oh, you're not doing well being a Tamsin today, are you?
Oh, can't tell you how much I hate this meat machine I drive. I really want to upgrade.
That is a t-shirt. Okay, so let's vote to Bruce.
28.
28.
24.
24? Cass.
18.
18.
Okay. 19.
19. You get the strong sense that they are solely watching TJ.
Ooh.
Okay, and there's no way to like.
I mean, you can openly just be like, why are you watching her? But I mean, like, so they're asking you this as a group, but you can see they are waiting for TJ's
Right.
response more than anything.
I just gotta kind of look at TJ, just like.
But, I mean, you know, you're asked this question, like, what's this journey been like, and how has it affected you?
What's
Give me your
it
story.
first?
I mean, how long you got?
Yeah.
25 minutes?
5 minutes
Spartan
apiece.
version.
Ida's like, my story's one of vengeance, I'm afraid. I can't offer you more than that. These people found me while I was imprisoned and betrayed by my previous crew. They helped me, and I will help them and see their work done. Even if that means putting aside my vengeance for the time being. But it seems that our paths cross. And I need to make my way back to Broken Rock, find my old crew, because it seems that they have something that these guys want. She nods. Ida's done. Can you roll me a d20, please?
Bruce would be like.
You can say it out loud. 16, thank you very much.
Bruce would be like justice, retribution, understanding, and then he'll kind of like relay a bit of information
Cool.
in the tower, things
Yeah.
like that, and low tech, all that stuff.
Yeah, and I think she listens intently. It seems that you had a wonderful bond with both your team and then with Spart. And if you would have said Spart, she would have said that. If not, she'll say Lotep. Bruce, we can't fix the past. I can't hide anything for you, and I can't ask you to fight anymore. But thank you for what you've done so far. Just for the Starfinders as a whole, and going back into that mess, not even knowing that this is what you'd be doing. You have my gratitude. As First Seeker and as just a being of Absalom. I am grateful for what you've been through and how that's helping us now.
Say, I'll keep fighting the good fight.
I hope so.
Give me a fucking badge. That's it.
Budge.
Give me a bunch.
Give budge.
Give me a bunch.
I want to be able to find how to move forwards with what Desna has given me to do, my tasks. How I'm supposed to do any of this, I don't know. But I've got to try, and I've got to try for the best of my people. But my experience with Dynatech is, yes, they're evil, and they're doing a lot of bad things, and they go a lot further than just them. there's so many other pots surrounding them and bits around them, but there are good people in Dynatech too. Not everyone is bad, and not everyone there knows that Vale is very strong.
You're right. There are good people, there are bad people everywhere. It's such a strange line to draw in the sand. There are things we do when we think we are doing the right thing that can sometimes be construed to others as wrong. There are things that we do that we think are wrong but are for the greater good.
The greater good.
Thank you so much for doing that. I didn't know if you would do it or not.
Yes!
The greater good.
Greater good!
And she looks to Ida. Our pasts don't always define us, whether that morally be good or bad, but what we do in the moment of real need. Calyx, you have been through so much recently, and I don't think it's over for you.
Doesn't feel like it.
Desna, you talk about. And obviously, I know that your people, from what I've unfortunately only read, I've never met a Decimar up until this point. But I hear you have a strong connection with Desna. And Desna being the god or the deity of luck, of travelers, and of dreams, is so closely tied to what I believe in as a Starfinder. And she just pauses and smiles. But there are good and bad people everywhere. It's not black and white. But I believe that you do what you can in the sake of being good.
My life has been so full of stress and torture. I don't think I've ever actually had a day to rest. But growing up in Keydale and having the slogan of "in the pursuit of perfection," and then later on in my journey finding out that the slogan of Dynatech is future perfected, leaves me with a lot of questions. And our journey on Koshoria has opened my eyes to inner goings on between Keydale and Dynatech. And I am desperate to know a lot more about what's going on, who I had worked for, and what kind of society I was brought into. I thought my crew was dead, and apparently they're somehow alive, but I have so many questions.
And you see that Chiskisk taps something on one of these data pads, and a holograph image of your Starfinder data file comes up, and it says Kazumbra Drow.
Yeah.
And Luazi is like, now obviously, sometimes I understand we don't want to give all the information out if we're running, hiding, trying to start a new life. A lot of people join the Starfinders because they're looking for a new life. We don't know much about Keydale. We rarely hear anything from them, and we're not an authority figure to go in and do anything about that. But should you ever want to go back and investigate further as a Starfinder, we would have your back. We would do what we could to aid you and hopefully give you some form of protection. But being a Starfinder, being an adventurer, being part of this society is dangerous.
Keydale would be very dangerous.
But you've survived it. And whether you're supposed to be alive or dead, a drow or a Strix, I'm grateful that a member of the Starfinder Society, two of them in fact, took on that first mission with Dynatech, and that you've ended up with a crew of mixed, mismatched individuals. It's very humbling to me. Many Starfinders, myself included, started off on very similar paths, with a mix of people brought together for some unknown reason, but then become friends, family. And there's like a palpable pause where there's like clearly her smiling and remembering something. Sometimes our previous crews can be a pleasant thing for us to come across or an unpleasant thing. Mine, it's mostly a pleasant thing. One, however, I now stand against in this upcoming election. Zano and I were friends. Yet I sense her need for power is part of the fuel behind her smear campaign against me. With this previous crew of yours, I truly hope you never have to face them as adversaries in any format, be that political or on the field of battle. But I understand. And I'm just grateful to have you as part of the society. And you,
Hello.
how do you feel?
Lots of things. Lots and lots of things.
I bet.
It's been a bit of a time. This all started because I wanted a promotion. One that I now see was falsified and always out of reach, but
The ship.
my brethren, the other Hastoki, it seems, are waking up, and I feel like I've always been awake. And so to find that I wasn't meant to be is confusing. And I've seen what my creators have done, probably to myself and to others, and it is heinous and it is despicable, and yet I cannot bring myself to hate the establishment, but just a desire to see them freed.
What do you mean by freed?
Able to aspire and dream and love and to find purpose outside of what is designated, to be seen as what we are. We are real, we are organic, we are sentient, we have feelings and emotions and hopes, and I have always had these, and I am so proud to see that my others are also finding this, and I am scared for them. And I want to protect them, I want to help them, and I want us to be free.
Do you know where a lot of the Hastoki that have disappeared from these batches that have been recalled from the tower that you would have called home have gone? You say well, we know that some of them have gone into hiding, but do you know where?
Can I sense motive why they're asking that question?
For sure.
Okay. 32.
They know something, and this is a loaded question.
Yeah. There's a lot of surveillance on Absalom Station.
There is. Where's there not?
Where is there not?
Historia 7 speaks up. There are a few spaces that are off limits to surveillance from private companies or from security, station security, from the prying eye of investigators or mercenaries, anything like that. Some of them being within Absalom Security Station. Some of them within the vaults of certain corporations or societies. One such place, get the right name for it, is the Archive Cortex, where I work, in the Law Spire complex of the Starfinder Society. Here, I do much of it's where I live, it's where I work. It's where we process data and decide what could be too dangerous to be given to the public or what could be great information for the public to have. It's also a safe space we found for androids when they first tried to attain citizenship. What do you know of the android uprisings?
I know little. I know what obviously I've been told.
Cheskisk speaks up. It is a story we think that would be very fitting with you right now. The androids are obviously a created species. And they look to Historia 7 and she just nods blindly, just blasely. They were not created via organic means. They were quite literally created by people to work. However, part of the programming evolved and changed and they gained sentience. This then became a soul. And whereas the creators of the android race saw them only as tools to be worked with, they wanted their own freedoms, much like you and your own people. This took, however, a long time, and many underground battles were fought, many people lost their lives, and there is a group called the Android Abolitionist Front, who were really the spearhead of this movement until they were granted by the Pact Worlds their freedom as, or their notoriety as a sentient race. Now, some people out there still believe them to be tools or believe them to be worthwhile, but it is now against the laws of the Pact to treat them as such. It is not a story unlike that you are telling us. It is one of a created race finding their place and finding their voice. We helped the Android Abolitionist Front quite openly, and we actively saw them become members of the Starfinder Society. We actively helped them to gain their citizenships. And Luazi steps up this time. Something we would like to do with your people. If you'd have us, and Ren, who you hadn't noticed had disappeared from the table, comes back and places something down with a top over it. It's alright there, TJ. The Starfinder Society recognizes the Hastoki as a sentient being, as a sentient race. And we will do everything we can to try and gain you that freedom. I can't promise anything overnight, but for now, we acknowledge you. And if you'd have us, and I'm sorry this isn't going to be quite as grand for you, Kaz, but if you would all accept, we'd happily have you as members of the Starfinder Society. And we'll end the session now.
Beautiful.
To which end, we'll be back. I'm going to double check if I'm away next week or not. I'm sure we're certainly back tomorrow night for Starfinder 2E with the band of Badger here. We've got Jack, we're going to have Luke sitting in on the table as well. I do need to check my calendar. We will not be here next week, as I will be away. Sorry, guys.
The DM's away. Sorry, the GM's away.
I'm technically the GM. But yeah, so we won't be back next week. We'll be back the week after for the next episode, for episode 42 of Starfinder, apart from that, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you.
You guys, once more, absolutely rocked it.
That was fucking cool.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that
a
was
good ass
very
role
good.
play right there. Steph.
Imagine if she did really badly now, just like, apart from you, not me.
None for you.
Thank you so much. We'll be back tomorrow night for a playtest one-shot of Starfinder 2E. Until then, may those dice gods be ever in your favour, and we will see you all next time. See you later.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.